Chapter 2821 Breakthrough, the 4th level to Tao Realm. 3 level to the peak of the Taoist realm. The next step is to hit the 4th level to the Taoist realm, and prepare more resources. 1. Yi Tian muttered. His bottleneck is different from the bottlenecks of other Taoist realms. His impact on the 4th level Taoist realm is equivalent to the impact of other 6th level Taoist realms against the 7th level Taoist realm. Therefore, even if the 7th sequence Supreme Tao Rule realm is very high, it is necessary to prepare some breakthrough resources in order to be confident in breaking through to the 4th level Supreme Tao realm. Once he has broken through to the 4th level Tao realm, he is enough to rival the top 7th level Tao realm. Second, oddly, the abyss of Skyscanner. At this moment, there are quite a few Supreme Tao realms stationed here, and there are many 6th level Tao realms. Since Wuji Tiangong has negotiated with Teizu Palace and other forces, they are not afraid that Teizu Palace will attack here. However, Yi Tian could directly enter the abyss of Skyscanner because this was also one of the conditions for the peace talks. Like several of the great places under the command of the Wuji Temple, the Teizu Palace has a place to enter. Therefore, Yi Tian used the place in Teizu Palace to come directly to the abyss of Skyscanner. When Yi Tian arrived, the eyes of the Supreme Tao realm of Wuji Tiangong were all staring at him, full of killing intent. But they just stared, but they didn't dare to make a move, and watched Yi Tian enter the abyss of Skyscanner. After entering the abyss of Skyscanner, Yi Tian directly used the Great Ghost River secret technique to find the ultimate wonder. I sensed 3 supreme wonders all at once. It seems that the number of supreme wonders here is more, it is indeed the second wonder. Yi Tian said with joy. The most wonderful thing here is naturally a good thing for him. In this way, he is 100% able to improve the 7th sequence of the rule of the Tao to 10% with the help of the rule of rule items here. Kill this most amazing thing first. Yi Tian shuttled past in an instant. Soon, the most wonderful thing died in his hands. In the following days, Yi Tian frantically slaughtered one by one in the abyss of Skyscanner, but there were also the most invincible things in the 7th realm. Yi Tian encountered it. Even if he was holding the blood-marked tablet, he couldn't defeat it, so he could only choose to escape. However, the Dodgers don't have much wisdom and won't keep chasing him. Before you know it, another long time has passed. At this time, Yi Tian gathered a large number of Taoist objects and arranged them in the Taoist array again, and began to comprehend the 7th sequence of Taoist rules. In this way, Yi Tian's 7th sequence to the Tao rule improved little by little. However, after reaching the 90% realm of the 7th sequence to the rule of the Tao, it is extremely difficult to increase the realm by 1 point, and the closer it is to the 100% realm, the more time it takes. It's almost time, the realm of 100% is just around the corner. Yi Tian said excitedly. 1,000 years of the Zidao era have passed. Now, Yi Tian's body is filled with the terrifying 7th sequence to Tao rules, as if filling the entire world, and it is complete and flawless. This is the 7th sequence of the 10% realm to the realm of Tao rules. Ha ha ha, the 7th sequence to Tao rule realm is complete, my current strength is 1 step closer, and then I will raise my cultivation to the 4th level to Tao realm. Yi Tian murmured. He has already taken away countless resources, and several rare and precious resources have been taken away by him. With so many resources, there are many treasures that are useful to him and help him break through the realm. Therefore, it is definitely not difficult for him to hit the 4th level to the Tao realm. Soon, he came out of the abyss of Tianzun and returned to the Teizu Palace, where Taisui Tianjin lived. Afterwards, he began to attack the 4th level Tao realm. To hit the 4th level to the Taoist realm, Teizu Palace has a secret technique called Teizu Realm Breaking Technique, which can slightly increase the success rate. Yi Tian has also practiced it a long time ago, and now he is going to use this Teizu Breakthrough Technique, the top secret medicine of Teizu Palace, the Teizu secret medicine, and the various treasures he has collected this time, to attack the 4 back to the realm. As a result, he probably has a 30% success rate. Boom. Yi Tian started the first attack, but this time, his luck was not very good, the breakthrough failed, and the cloned body was severely damaged. So, he directly changed to a duplicate body and continued to attack. The second time, he was lucky and broke the shackles directly. In an instant, endless energy poured into his body, and even the origin of heaven and earth came to help him step into the 4th level ultimate realm. Every moment, his cultivation base aura is surging. Teizu Palace. Palace Master Teizu sensed the breakthrough aura of Yi Tian's location, and when he looked at it, he was immediately shocked. What a horrible smell. She felt that Yi Tian's breath was even stronger than her own, but how could this be possible? She is the top 7th level Taoist realm, and even if Yi Tian breaks through to the 4th level Taoist realm, she will not be her opponent. The point is, she wanted to spy on the situation, but was stopped by the layers of the Tao rules, unable to spy on the slightest. Yi Tian's realm of supreme Tao rules has surpassed me. Palace Master Tezu secretly said. There is only Yi Tian's her, spying on Yi Tian. Thinking of how long it took Yi Tian to comprehend, he had such a terrifying progress. The evildoer who takes the path of the strongest and the most powerful is too terrifying. I want to cultivate a descendant into the path of the strongest and the most powerful. Palace Master Tezu thought to himself. But if you think about it carefully, Yi Tian can progress so fast, and other supreme Tao realms who take the path of the strongest and the most powerful can't do it. Just like the monster-like sword master Tabai, the road to growth is also bumpy and bumpy, how can it be so easy? So, she dismissed the idea. After another period of time, Yi Tian's cultivation base has been completely stable, and he has truly reached the 4th level to the Tao state. With his current strength, he is not considered invincible in the 7th level Tao realm, but it is also the most top-notch existence. Palace Master Tezu and his like are no longer his opponents. That is to say, in Wuji domain, if Wuji Heavenly Emperor does not get out of trouble, he can walk sideways. Next, I'll kill all the terrifying objects in all the wonders. The 7th sequence Trinity items are not available to me, but they are useful to my son and the human race. Collecting more is only good and not bad. Since then, he also visited the strange places occupied by other forces, and found and killed all the strange things he could find. Of course, these strange places will give birth to new strange things in the future, but it will take a long time. Li Ma Jiao. Finally this day, except for the first strange land, almost all of the other strange places were killed by him. The first wonderland, Yi Tian's eyes passed through the infinite void, and looked at a certain place in the Wuji domain, where the first strange land, the Forbidden Land, was located. Taboo strange land is very dangerous, there is only one supernatural thing in it, and it contains the 6th sequence supernatural rule, its strength is comparable to the 8th realm, and forbidden strange land can only allow the 6th realm to enter at most. In other words, even if the Wuji Heavenly Emperor is still there, he cannot enter the Forbidden Land. For a long time, those who dared to enter the Forbidden Land to find resources have all died, so they were included in the Forbidden Land. Forbidden Strange Land belongs to Wuji Tiangong, but Wuji Tiandi does not guard the Forbidden Strange Land, and they don't think anyone will go to the Forbidden Strange Land to find death. And this day, Yi Tian is here, he is not going to carry the blood-marked tablet, he just wants to see that strange thing that contains the 6th sequence of the rules of the Tao. Chapter 2822 Heavenly Dragon Domain, Heavenly Blood Battlefield. Forbidden strangely, Yi Tian stepped in and stepped in. Time and space were reversed, Yi Tian stepped on a piece of black land. The land here is unusual, and contains a strange power, as if to swallow him into it. The soil that can devour life, if such a place produces resources, it is definitely a very precious resource. Yi Tian secretly said. Swish, he wandered through the taboo strangely, looking for resources, if he could find some resources to take out, that would be very good. But soon, he was stared at by the dodgers located here. Boom, a terrifying breath descended, and everything was imprisoned. And Yi Tian is the same, unable to move. Tear, the void cracked open, and a strange black figure emerged, with a black stone on top of it. That black stone was the body of the ultimate wonder. Wow, black light swept across. Yi Tian's body was swept across by the black light, and it began to shatter like a fragment of mud. It's such a terrifying supernatural thing. My real body clone 547 now also has the top 7th level supernatural combat power, but he was killed in seconds. The 6th order supernatural rule is really powerful. Yi Tian secretly said. In a short period of time, he will not go to the first strange place in taboo strange land, and going there is just to die, which is meaningless. When his cultivation base breaks through to the 5th level Tao realm, he may be able to try it. However, after reaching the 4th level to the Tao realm, it is more difficult to improve his cultivation. It will take a long time to improve from the early stage to the middle stage of the 4th level to the Tao realm. If you use the resources to cultivate, you will need at least 10,000 only in the era of Zidao can we hope to break through to the middle stage of the 4th layer to the Taoist realm. This is also normal. Like many first-level Tao realms to improve to a small realm, it may take hundreds of thousands of Tao era years. Those 6 or 7 levels to the Tao realm, raising a small realm, which one is not based on millions or even tens of millions of Tao era years. Therefore, a mere 10,000 to Dao era can raise the strength to a small realm, which is already very fast. However, Yi Tian's cultivation speed has been very fast along the way, but he doesn't want to improve so slowly. It's a pity that the group of void demons didn't dare to come in, otherwise I would be able to use the help of killing void demons to earn the gift of heaven and earth. Yi Tian thought to himself. Suddenly, he thought of another way. This third-level battlefield in the Wuji domain has no phantom demons. Can he go to the battlefield in the original domain to help them and kill the phantom demons in other battlefields? If it is possible, he may be able to earn the gifts of heaven and earth from other innate origins. Swish, Yi Tian came to the palace of Palace Master Tezu, and came to find Palace Master Tezu. Now, the Xuantian alliance is in control of the Wuji territory. As the palace lord of the Tezu Palace and the leader of the Xuantian alliance, she has a way to contact the Shantian UNU alliance, and she can naturally arrange for him to go to other Shantian UNU. Soon, Yi Tian saw Palace Master Tezu. However, Palace Master Tezu is in retreat and practicing, and what came out is just an avatar. Yi Tian, what are you looking for from me? Palace Master Tezu asked. Yi Tian hurriedly asked, Palace Master Tezu, can you arrange for me to go to other Shantian Yuanyuan battlefields? Other battlefields? Palace Master Tezu was a little puzzled. No one in the Dao realm wanted to go to the battlefield, but Yi Tian wanted to go to other battlefields. Yi Tian explained, killing the void demon of the Supreme Dao can obtain the gift of the origin of heaven and earth, so I want to kill some void demon of the Supreme Dao so as to improve my cultivation. Now, my cultivation speed is too slow. I still don't know when I will be able to break through to the 5th stage of the Dao realm. The corner of Tezu Palace's mouth twitched. Yi Tian's cultivation speed is still slow. This is simply too fast, okay, to an extent that she can't even imagine. Moreover, she was sure that Yi Tian had definitely collected a lot of resources from several strange places, and her wealth was not even comparable to her. Those resources are enough to make Yi Tian's cultivation soar rapidly, but Yi Tian actually dislikes being slow. However, Yi Tian wants to go to other battlefields, that is also a good thing. Recently, the true Dao realm battlefield has no void demons, and other battlefields are tight. The innate Yuanyuan alliance is already blaming the Wuji realm. If Yi Tian is dispatched to support other battlefields, it may make the innate Yuanyuan alliance less troublesome for the Wuji realm. Yi Tian, let me communicate and see which Tier 3 battlefield is the most stressful. Tezu Palace Master said. Okay, then thank you Palace Master Tezu. Yi Tian stepped back. After returning, he silently waited for news from Palace Master Tezu. After about 10 years of Zidao passed, Palace Master Tezu replied. Yi Tian, there is a nearby battlefield where Shantian Yuanyuan is under a lot of pressure. After I contacted him, I told you about your situation. The other party is willing to let you go and give you a battlefield order to let you go in and kill those who are the most illusory, magic. However, I don't know about the situation of the third-level battlefield. They didn't elaborate. Tezu Palace Lord Road, it's just a third-level battlefield. 1. Yi Tian said with a smile. Innate Original Domain, Tianlong Domain. This innate original domain is about 3 times larger than the Wuji domain, and its strength is also stronger. Heavenly Dragon Domain has a total of 3 8th level Dao Realm, while Wuji Domain has only 1. And the 7th level Dao Realm of Tianlong Domain is also about 5 times that of Wuji Domain. But even so, in the face of the invasion of the Supreme Dao Void Demon, the Tianlong territory seems to be very weak. This day, Yi Tian took advantage of the innate original domain gate of the Promise Domain to shuttle to the Winter Night Fortress, and then came to the Tianlong Domain through the Winter Night Fortress. The fortress is not only lower than the Void Demon in the virtual realm, but also plays the role of teleportation. It is precisely because of this that the Loha fortress was breached, and some of the Shantian Yuanyuan could not communicate with each other. This made the Shantian Yuanyuan alliance so angry and the loss was so huge. Tianlong Domain, Tianlong City. Yi Tian came here through the Winter Night Fortress, and after a series of inspections, he obtained permission to operate in the Tianlong Domain. Afterwards, Yi Tian, under the leadership of a 7th level Taoist, went to handle the battlefield order. And this 7th level to Dao realm is Ao Shuan Longzhen of Tianlong Mountain in Tianlong region, and his body is a 9-headed ancient golden dragon. Ao Shuan Longzhen, what is the situation of your 3rd level battlefield in Tianlongyu? Can you tell me 1 or 2? Yi Tian asked. Yes, Ao Shu and Longzhen began to talk about this battlefield. This battlefield in our Tianlong domain is called the Heavenly Blood Battlefield, and the reason why it is called this name is that we are fighting against the heavenly blood of the Supreme Tao Void Demon clan. One family, the Heavenly Blood Battlefield is very cruel, and it ranks in the top 50 among the thousands of third-level battlefields under the Shantian UNU alliance. Therefore, our Tianlong you can't bear it, and we often need to ask for help. Chapter 2823 Heavenly Blood Killing List. Thousands of third-level battlefields. Yi Tian was shocked when he heard this. From this point of view, how powerful the innate Yuan alliance is, the mere promise domain is nothing in the innate Yuan alliance, and it is estimated that even the Wuji Heavenly Emperor is nothing. The Ao Shu and Longzhen continued. There are many geniuses in the Supreme Tao realm on the battlefield of Heavenly Blood, and many of them are able to leapfrog and fight, may fall and die. Is it possible to fall to the 6th level of the Taoist realm who received the 7th sequence of Taoist rules? Yi Tian was a little surprised. It seems that the battlefield of Heavenly Blood is not as simple as he imagined. Dragon Zun Ao Shuan, why did the Gorefiend of the Supreme Tao in your Heavenly Dragon domain invest so much into the Tao realm? Yi Tian was very curious. Don't you know? Ao Shu and Longzhen was puzzled, but still explained to Yi Tian, because our Tianlong domain has a kind of Tianlong blood crystal or vein, this kind of Tianlong blood crystal has a great attraction to the Supreme Blood Demon. Can easily help them break through the realm. If the Supreme Tao Gorefiend occupies our Heavenly Dragon domain, many powerful Supreme Tao Void Demons will inevitably be cultivated. And the Heavenly Blood battlefield was not deliberately arranged by us, but the Supreme Tao Blood Demon invaded. There was no other way, so the third-level battlefield formation was arranged to cover the invading Supreme Tao Void Demon together. Moreover, there are also a small amount of Heavenly Dragon blood crystal or veins in the Heavenly Blood battlefield, which is enough to attract these Supreme Blood Demons so as not to attack the Heavenly Dragon region at all costs. But over the countless years, our Heavenly Dragon region has lost too much to the Tao realm. Otherwise, our Heavenly Dragon region would be so weak. Ao Shu and Longzhen sighed, obviously feeling sorry for the prospect of Tianlongyu. However, the Tianlong domain is much better than many ordinary innate domains. Like the Promise Realm, it is so weak. Once the catastrophe comes, how many people have to fall to the Tao realm, maybe it will fall completely. Soon, the entrance to the Heavenly Blood battlefield has arrived. Yi Tian, the entrance to the Heavenly Blood battlefield is here, you can enter with the battlefield order. Ao Shu and Longzhen said. Thank you Ao Shu and Longzhen for leading the way. Yi Tian immediately entered the Heavenly Blood battlefield. Ao Shu and Longzhen entered the battlefield of Heavenly Blood and shook his head slightly. He invited many geniuses from other innate realms, but most of them perished, and a few fled here in fright. Maybe it won't be long before Yi Tian will do the same. After all, in terms of cultivation, Yi Tian is only the 4th level Taoist realm. No matter how powerful he is at most comparable to the 6th level Taoist realm. He is cannon fodder in the Heavenly Blood battlefield. However, he didn't know that Yi Tian was taking the path of being the most powerful, otherwise there would be no such idea. There are only a few high-level Heavenly Dragon regions who really know Yi Tian's strength. Heavenly Blood battlefield, Heavenly Blood city number 3. Yi Tian appeared here, and did not immediately kill those Supreme Tao Void Demons, but to understand the situation here. Heavenly Blood Palace. This is the place to use the military exploits to exchange resources. At this time, many Supreme Tao realm are chatting here, discussing the latest battlefield information. You've heard that our peerless genius in the Heavenly Dragon region, the 6th level Supreme Taoist powerhouse, His Royal Highness Long Shu, was severely injured by the 6th level Ultimate Taoist Illusory Demons Battle River. No way, His Highness Long Shu is a peerless genius who has comprehended the 7th sequence rules of the Tao. Was it hit hard? It's true, that Supreme Tao Void Demon Zani's strength is extremely terrifying, no less than the combat power of the 7th level Supreme Tao realm. Zidao Void Demon War River is so terrifying, I wonder if our Highness Dragon Crow of the Heavenly Dragon region can defeat him. Zan, Longwu, Longshu. Yi Tian listened to these names and wrote them down secretly. Subsequently, Yi Tian also learned a piece of information, the Heavenly Blood Killing List. This is to use an 8-patterned weapon of the Heavenly Dragon domain, the Heavenly Blood Scroll, to be integrated into the 3rd level battlefield and to record the killing information. But once it falls, it will also disappear from the Heavenly Blood Killing List. Certainly, to Tao Void Demon slaughtering Tianlong realm to Tao realm will also enter this list. Therefore, the Heavenly Blood Killing list is divided into two lists, one is the Heavenly Blood Heavenly Dragon list, the other is the Heavenly Blood False Demon list, and the two lists together are the Heavenly Blood Killing list. Once you enter the Heavenly Blood Killing list, you will have a high reward, and once you kill it, you will get a lot of military exploits. Ask for flowers. Tianlongyu's military exploits can even be exchanged for 7th sequence Sidao rule items. Yi Tian was surprised. If you are in Wuji domain, you can't exchange this kind of treasure, because Teizu Palace and Wuji Tiangong don't have it, but Tianlong domain does. However, even in the Tianlong domain, there are not many, and only 1 million battle merits can be exchanged for a 7th sequence Sidao rule item. However, countless people are eager to obtain such 7th sequence Sidao rule items. After all, once obtained, it is possible to comprehend the 7th sequence Sidao rules. Therefore, many 6th level Dao level realms enter here for the 7th order Dao level rule items. There is a huge gap between the battle merits obtained by killing the ordinary Supreme Dao False Demon and killing the Supreme Dao False Demon on the Heavenly Blood False Demon list. Yi Tian was stunned when he saw the reward for his exploits on the Heavenly Blood Void Demon ranking. Like a normal 6th level Taoist realm, even if you kill him, you will get at most 10,000 battle merits, but killing a Supreme Dao Illusory Demon on the Heavenly Blood False Demon ranking will earn you at least hundreds of thousands of battle merits, and there are many of them. Millions of battles. You still have to kill the Void Demons on the Heavenly Blood Void Demon list before you can get a lot of military exploits. Killing those 3-level and 4-level Void Demons will get very few combat exploits. However, if you really encounter a weak and supreme illusory demon, if you kill him, at least you can get a little gift from heaven. After Yi Tian recorded the information on the Heavenly Blood False Demon ranking, he was ready to sneak into the real battlefield. Longshu River. This is a relatively important battlefield area in the Heavenly Blood battlefield. Because of the occasional small veins of Heavenly Blood Dragon crystals bred in the Longshu River, even if there are no veins, 1 or 2 Heavenly Blood Dragon crystals can occasionally be found. Gradually, a relatively important battlefield was formed here, and from time to time, a large number of killing battles between Dao realm broke out. This day, Yi Tian came to Longshu River. His 4th level to Dao realm cultivation base is very inconspicuous here, and will definitely not attract attention. But it is precisely because of the low cultivation base that he is likely to approach the Supreme Dao False Demon on the Heavenly Blood False Demon ranking. Therefore, the powerhouses on the 2 lists of the Heavenly Blood Killing list are rarely killed. Chapter 2824 Heavenly Blood Void Demon List, Blood Xingzi. Somewhere in the Longshu River, Yi Tian restrained his breath and was looking for the trace of the Void Demon. In his hand, he held a 6-patterned weapon, Taihuangtu, which was exchanged from the Teizu Palace, and could spy on the situation in far-flung areas. However, such a weapon of the Supreme Dao may not be able to be detected, and some Supreme Dao Void Demons can use secret treasures to hide their bodies, and he can also do it. Therefore, weapons like Taihuangtu are sometimes very pitiful. Of course, those weaker and poorer Supreme Dao Void Demons would definitely not be able to hide from Taihuangtu. There are traces of the Supreme Dao Void Demon on the Taihuang map, and there are several Supreme Dao Void Demons nearby, and the aura is not strong, that is, the 4th level Void Demon level. That's them. Yi Tian quickly shuttled past. Soon, he found these 4-level illusory demons, which were hiding in the shadows of May 4th 7 in the Taishu River. However, when Yi Tian arrived, under the distortion of the void, another Supreme Dao Void Demon appeared. This one was a 6th level Supreme Dao Void Demon. Ha ha ha, I really caught a Taoist realm. The 6th level Virtuous Demon laughed loudly. He deliberately let these Supreme Dao Void Demons stay here, waiting to be spied on by Dao weapons from the Heavenly Dragon Domain Dao realm. Although Yi Tian's cultivation base is not high, he is only at the 4th level to the Dao realm, but he can afford to use such a weapon of the Supreme Dao to spy on the far-flung area. Just obtaining this weapon of the Supreme Dao is also a big gain. Boom! The 8th sequence Supreme Dao rule broke out. This 6-layer Supreme Dao Void Demon collected a 6-pattern to Dao weapon spear, and used an 8th sequence Supreme Dao magical power. A spear stabbed, and many voids were instantly shattered. The speed of this shot is too fast, enough to make the 5th level Dao realm have no ability to react at all. However, puff, this spear stabbed into the air, and there was no trace of Yi Tian in the surrounding void. But in the next moment, his body was wrapped by the 7th sequence to the Dao rules. Do not, bang, his body was easily shattered by the 7th sequence to Dao rule. 10,000 military exploits, not bad. Yi Tian's body emerged and muttered. It is too easy for him to kill such a 6th level to Tao realm. In the distance, the few Supreme Tao Void Demons saw that the 6th layer Supreme Tao Void Demon had been killed in seconds, and they were immediately terrified. Swish! They tried to escape, but Yi Tian flicked his fingers, and a few rays of light containing the 7th sequence of the Tao rules instantly penetrated their bodies, killing them instantly. Mosquitoes are small, but they are also meat. Yi Tian also took away the treasures of the 4-layer to Tao Void Demons. However, the 4th level Void Demon is too poor, and there is nothing good in him, and even the 6th level Void Demon has nothing good, and it is almost useless to him. Subsequently, he took out the Taihuang map and continued to search for the Void Demon. It has to be said that many Supreme Tao Void Demons have set traps to seduce those weaker Supreme Tao realms. In the absence of a large-scale war, this kind of local fighting is just like that, and you will be killed if you are not careful. But Yi Tian is not afraid. His strength is incomparably powerful. Even if there is a Supreme Tao Void Demon who can compete with him, don't think about killing him easily. With the passage of time, Yi Tian killed more and more Supreme Tao Illusory Demons, and among them there were some 6-layer Supreme Tao Illusory Demons. In a short period of time, he collected 200,000 to 300,000 military exploits. It's a pity that I didn't encounter the Supreme Tao Void Demon on the Heavenly Blood Void Demon list. Yi Tian murmured. Heavenly Blood Battlefield, Heavenly Blood No. 6 Fortress. At this time, there are several 6th level Tao realm here who are discussing things over the Longshu River. Everyone, there are many calls for help from the Longshu River, saying that there is a 4th level Supreme Tao realm madly killing our Supreme Tao Void Demon. 4th level Supreme Tao realm can kill many of our Supreme Tao Void Demons. It should be a 4th level Supreme Taoist who takes the path of the strongest and the most powerful. The Heavenly Blood Battlefield originally had only one 5th level to the Taoist realm who took the path of the strongest and the most powerful, and almost all of those powerful 6th level Taoist realms who took the path to the strongest and the most powerful were in the top 3rd level battlefield or the 4th level Taoist realm. Level battlefield will not come to the battlefield of blood. 1. The 4th level Taoist realm who walks the path of the strongest and the most powerful, even if he comprehends the 7th order Taoist rules, his strength is at most comparable to the average 7th level Taoist realm, and it is still possible to kill such a monstrous genius. The genius, once killed, the elders will definitely give generous rewards. Who is going to kill? I need to be stationed here to prevent those powerhouses from the Heavenly Blood Heavenly Dragon list from attacking here. Suddenly, one of the 6th level Void Demons said, "Let me go." This 6th level Supreme Tao Void Demon is the 86th Shui Xingzi on the Heavenly Blood Void Demon list. His strength is terrifying, and his physical body and bloodline far surpass those of the other 6th level Supreme Tao realm, no less than the stronger ones. 7th level to Tao realm, and also comprehend the 7th sequence to Tao rules, although the realm is not high, but even in the face of ordinary 7th level Tao realm, you can leave calmly. Shui Xingzi, you can definitely kill the opponent with your shot. The other 6th level Phantom Demons nodded slightly. Afterwards, Shui Xingzi left Fort Number 6 and went to Longshu River to kill Yi Tian. Soon, he came to the Longshu River, and after receiving a message from a 6th level Supreme Phantom Demon, he immediately used a Supreme Tao weapon to lock Yi Tian's approximate location. Someone set me up. Yi Tian guessed that it should be a certain 6th layer Supreme Tao Illusory Demon, and it is still a very powerful Supreme Tao Illusory Demon, otherwise he would not dare to do this. He can use the 7th sequence rule of the Perfection Realm, plus the weapon of the Supreme Path that shields and locks perception, to hide himself so that the other party cannot lock. However, he did not do so. He was waiting for him to come. Soon, the Blood Star is here. Boom! Shui Xingzi directly sacrificed a 7-patterned weapon, the Blood River Sacred Map, and instantly blocked the surrounding area. He didn't want Yi Tian to escape. Ha ha ha, it was you who killed a large number of illusory demons from my heavenly blood lineage. If you meet my Blood Star child today, you will fall here. 5.9 Blood Stars. Yi Tian showed a smile. This is the 86th false demon on the Heavenly Blood false demon list, and it seems that killing it can get about 1 million battle merits. Of course, he did not underestimate the Blood Star. He can cross 3 realms to fight the enemy, but a genius like Shui Xingzi can also cross 1 realm to kill the enemy. Therefore, he must go all out before he can hope to kill Shui Xingzi. Boom! The two sides collided in an instant, and they both used the 7th sequence to fight against Tao Divine Power. As soon as they fought, Shui Xingzi was stunned. Your 7th sequence rule of the Tao is actually. His 7th sequence to the Tao rule has not even reached the 10% realm, but Yi Tian actually raised the 7th sequence to the Dao rule to the 100% perfect realm. Chapter 2825 Entering the Heavenly Blood Dragon Ranking. Trouble, Shui Xingzi secretly said. Boom! Yi Tian's attack landed on Shui Xingzi, directly knocking Shui Xingzi flying, and the terrifying 10% realm 7th sequence to Dao rules kept attacking Shui Xingzi. However, Shui Xingzi's life-saving means was also powerful, and he resisted it abruptly. However, Yi Tian performed the flowing body technique and quickly killed him. Moreover, he directly burned the source, fighting for his life. Boom! The power of this blow was far greater than just now, and it directly hit Shui Xingzi. You are crazy. Shui Xingzi was also stunned. Yi Tian actually burned the source to fight for his life. The value of a supreme Dao realm who walks to the strongest and the highest Dao far surpasses that of a 6th level supreme Dao illusory demon like him. Is it necessary to fight for his life? And this burns too much of the source, and even affects the future. Maybe it will never be able to break through to become the 5th realm. This is consuming your own future. However, what he doesn't know is that Yi Tian doesn't care about a real body copying body at all. Even if he falls, it doesn't matter, not to mention the origin of the burning area. 29 Rumble. Under a series of attacks, Shui Xingzi was seriously injured and dying. He immediately took the Blood River Sacred Map and prepared to escape. The Blood River Sacred Map not only imprisoned this area, preventing Yi Tian from leaving, but also preventing him from leaving. Moreover, he is still asking for help, hoping that other Supreme Dao Void Demons will come to rescue him. However, Yi Tian is too crazy, he will kill Shui Xingzi at all costs. Finally, Shui Xingzi's body was completely shattered into countless pieces, and its vitality was obliterated by the 7th sequence to the Dao rule. The Blood Star has fallen. Immediately afterwards, Yi Tian took away all the treasures on Shui Xingzi. The support of the Void Demon is estimated to be coming soon, you have to leave first. He used the Dao flowing technique to quickly shuttle away, and at his speed, the Dao Void Demons couldn't catch up. And not long after Yi Tian left, a 6th level Phantom Demon came, and he was the Blood Chaos rank 9th on the Heavenly Blood False Demon list. Blood Chaos is the direct royal family of the Heavenly Blood lineage, and his bloodline is extremely terrifying. He is almost invincible in the 6th layer to the Taoist realm, and his strength is much stronger than the Blood Star child, unless it is the 6 who are on the road to the strongest and the most powerful. Only when he reaches the Dao realm can he easily kill him, otherwise he will not even think about killing him. Blood Chaos turned into a ray of blood and traveled here, and when he saw Shui Xingzi's corpse, he was immediately annoyed. Immediately afterwards, the other Void Demons descended one by one. Shui Xingzi was killed. Shui Xingzi's strength is very powerful, comparable to the 7th level Dao realm. Who can kill him? It should be the top 20 powerhouses on the Tianshui Tianlong list, and then there is hope to kill Shui Xingzi. 1. I know who did it. It's a 4th layer to the Taoist realm, walking the path of the super powerful Taoist. Shui Xingzi came to kill him, and he was killed. What? How is it possible that the 4th level Dao realm can kill Shui Xingzi in such a short time? The other party must have comprehended the 7th sequence rule of the Supreme Dao, and the realm is very high, maybe even 100% realm, so he can hope to kill Shui Xingzi in such a short period of time. 1 inch. It seems that it is the real peerless evildoer of the Shantian Yuanyuan alliance, who dares to come to the battlefield of Tianshui. Next time I meet him, I will definitely kill him. Subsequently, they united to find some Supreme Dao realm and killed them to vent their anger. Heavenly Blood City Number 3, Yi Tian is back. As soon as I came back, I heard a lot of Dao realm discussing the Heavenly Blood False Demon ranking. Shui Xingzi, who ranked 86th on the Heavenly Blood False Demon ranking, has disappeared. He is not ranked 100th, he couldn't have fallen directly, he could only have been killed. Who killed him? I just went to the Heavenly Blood Heavenly Dragon ranking, and there is another Yi Tian who is in the Dao realm, the 97th one, I don't know if it is him. Yi Tian, who? Never heard of it. Naturally it's not from our Heavenly Dragon domain. On the Heavenly Blood Heavenly Dragon ranking, more than 90% of them are not from the Supreme Dao realm of our Heavenly Dragon domain. As for which innate domain it came from, the Heavenly Blood Heavenly Dragon ranking will not record it. There is a name and apart from the ranking, there is no other information. After Yi Tian heard this, he knew that he had entered the Heavenly Blood Heavenly Dragon ranking. One of the advantages of entering the Heavenly Blood Dragon ranking is that there is a discount on the exchange of treasures, and it is still 20% off. This is also the reason why every Supreme Dao realm wants to enter the Heavenly Blood Dragon ranking. For example, if the 7th sequence Supreme Tao Rule item is worth 1 million battle merits, it only needs to pay 800,000 battle merits. Yi Tian doesn't look down on this merit, and can't exchange too many good things. If there is a real shortage of resources, he can completely exchange the 7th sequence to Tao Rule items. Anyway, he has a lot of 7th sequence to the Tao Rule items. It can be said that, although it is difficult to break through the realm of the Supreme Realm, it is also relatively rich. After all, it is possible to leapfrog battles and enter some treasures that restrict cultivation, that is, sweeping. Of course, many treasures have also been occupied, and it is not easy to enter. Yi Tian was able to sneak into the treasure land before, but he copied other people's bodies and sneaked in, but other Supreme Tao realms could not do it. Just like those strange places in the Promised Domain, if he does not have the ability to duplicate his body, he will not be able to enter without the help of the place in the Tezu Palace. If you can't even go in, how can you kill dodgers? Such as Tianlongyu, there is also a strange thing, relying on normal methods, he would not want to enter. And if he leaves the battlefield, he will definitely get up, and it is not convenient to find an opportunity to sneak in. Hey, Heavenly Blood True Liquid, a drop of 10,000 war exploits. Yi Tian saw a good thing. 547 Heavenly Blood True Liquid is a good thing for the 6th level Taoist realm, and it can improve the cultivation level, but there are very few 6th level Taoist realm to exchange for this stuff. Just because the goal of the 6th level Supreme Tao realm is to comprehend the 7th sequence Supreme Tao rules, they must have purchased the 7th sequence Supreme Tao rule items with their military exploits. As for the cultivation base, it is enough to cultivate slowly, and it takes time to improve to the 6th level to the peak of the Taoist realm, and there is almost no major bottleneck. And the 6th level Taoist realm who comprehend the 7th order Taoist rules are almost all at the peak of the 6th level Taoist realm. This thing is useless to them. After all, the cultivation base cannot continue to improve, unless it is to hit the 7th level realm. But the Heavenly Blood True Liquid is not very helpful to the 7th layer, and if it is used to improve cultivation, it is not worth it. I don't know if it will work for me. Yi Tian exchanged 8,000 battle merits for a drop of Heavenly Blood True Liquid. Soon, a drop of Heavenly Blood True Liquid was exchanged. He swallowed and refined it in one gulp. Somewhat effective, but not very effective. Yi Tian muttered. But the only advantage of the Heavenly Blood True Liquid is that the refining speed is fast and does not delay the cultivation time. In addition to omitting the training time, the price-performance ratio is really not high. Just exchange it. Anyway, I don't like other things. Yi Tian exchanged all his battle merits, and exchanged more than 100 drops of Heavenly Blood True Liquid. Chapter 2826 Battle of Longzihai. More than 100 drops of Heavenly Blood True Liquid. It is estimated that there is no way for me to improve my cultivation to the middle stage of the 4th stage, but at least it can save a lot of cultivation time. If I kill another batch of ultimate Tao Void demons and absorb the gifts of the source of heaven and earth, then the cultivation base can probably step into the middle stage of the 4th level to the Tao. Yi Tian muttered. The next days, Yi Tian's cloned body continued to hunt the supreme Tao Void demon. He knew that he was being targeted, so he wrapped his entire body with the 7th sequence of Supreme Tao rules, and also urged all kinds of Supreme Tao weapons to hide himself. Under such circumstances, it is difficult for the Supreme Tao Void demons to lock his position. After learning the strength of the Supreme Tao Void demon in the Heavenly Blood battlefield, he knew that he could not sweep this place, unless his cultivation level could reach the 5th order Tao realm, and he had to comprehend the 6th order Supreme Tao rules before he could truly sweep this place. The higher the cultivation level, the more powerful one is, the more difficult it is to cross the 3 realms. For example, the Teibai Sword Master, who is at the peak of the 6th level to the Taoist realm, has no way to sweep the 8th level to the Taoist realm. Some terrifying 8th level to the Taoist realm can kill the Teibai Sword Master. The Teibai Sword Master can only bully Wuji Heavenly Emperor. Years go by. Yi Tian kept hunting the Void Demon, and although he was besieged by Void Demon several times, he left calmly. As a result, it didn't fall once. This is also better, at least his whole cards are not exposed. This day, Yi Tian once again accumulated 1,000,000 battle merits, and came to the Heavenly Blood Palace to exchange for the Heavenly Blood True Liquid, and exchanged more than 100 drops of the Heavenly Blood True Liquid. However, in refining these Heavenly Blood True Liquid, he did not raise his cultivation to the 4th level to the middle stage of the Tao realm. The price-performance ratio of the Blood Real Liquid is really too ordinary this day, no wonder there are no real Tao realm to exchange. Yi Tian muttered. However, he has also accumulated a lot of gifts from heaven and earth, and he is preparing to consume it this time, so that his cultivation base may be able to break through to the middle stage of the 4th level to the realm of Tao. Let's start. Yi Tian Yin Yan accepted the gift from the origin of the Emperor of Heaven. Boom! A large number of gifts from the origin of heaven and earth poured into Yi Tian's body, tempering his body again and again. Gradually, Yi Tian's cultivation reached the peak of the 4th level to the early stage of Tao, and he sprinted towards the middle stage shackles. I don't know how long has passed, the bottleneck was torn apart, and Yi Tian's cultivation has officially entered the middle stage of the 4th level to the Taoist realm. The strength has improved a little, but not much. The improvement of the small realm will naturally not have much strength improvement, unless he comprehends the 6th sequence of the rules of the Tao, the strength can skyrocket. But it's so hard, even the Teibai sword master has not comprehended the 6th sequence rules of the Tao, and he cannot do it if he wants to comprehend it. If the 6th sequence to Tao rules were so easy to comprehend, the 8th level Tao level realm would not be so rare, and the heavenly dragon region was considered relatively powerful, and only 3 8th level Tao level realms turned out. This day, a piece of news came that the dragon crystal or vein appeared in Long Zahai on the battlefield of Tianshui, and it was not small. As a result, the supreme Taoists on the battlefield of heavenly blood rushed to Long Zahai. A war is about to begin. Yi Tian muttered. Many people in the realm of the Tao do not want to participate in such a battle, but it is not enough if they don't go. In addition, the Tianlong domain has also doubled the military exploits, so many of the Tao realm are ready to give it a try. Shish! Many 6th level supreme Tao realms were dispatched one after another, such as Longwu, Longshu and other supreme Tao realms on the heavenly blood heavenly dragon ranking. Of course, it is impossible for them all to appear. Many of the supreme Tao realm is outside, and they are not in the heavenly blood battlefield. It is very good to be able to gather more than 30 heavenly blood heavenly dragons on the entire battlefield to the Tao realm. No one will stay here forever. Similarly, the supreme Tao false demon on the heavenly blood false demon ranking is the same, and not all of them are on the heavenly blood battlefield. Long Zahai, the Tianlong domain Zidao realm collided with the Zidao void demons, and they fought directly. At this time, Shui Chao was staring at Longwu, and he was going to kill Longwu. When Longwu saw the blood chaos, his expression changed immediately. But at this time, a 5th level Tao realm stopped blood chaos. This 5th level supreme Taoist is the peerless genius of the heavenly dragon domain who is on the road to the strongest and supreme Tao, Longba. Longba is also very enchanting, and he has also received the 7th sequence of the rules of the Tao. Although his realm is not as high as Yi Tian, his cultivation base is high. Therefore, in terms of strength, he is still above Yi Tian. Dragon Ba, blood chaos is a little jealous, but it's just jealous. Kill, blood chaos fought against Longba. With so many supreme Tao realms fighting against the supreme Tao void demon, Yi Tian is completely inconspicuous in it. Therefore, he had to kill a wave of Tao void demons first. Boom! Yi Tian directs the virtual demon in the area, the 7th sequence, and the 10th shintong in a wide range of the gate. This is the 7th sequence of supernatural powers that he specially prepared in order to kill the supernatural beings. There are dense meshes in heaven and earth, and each mesh contains the power of the 7th sequence to the rules of the Tao. All these void demons were wrapped up and were strangled in an instant. In this wave, tens of thousands of Tao void demons were killed. Big money. Yi Tian was excited. Who made these supreme Tao void demons too dense? Usually there is no such opportunity. Court death. A 6th level supreme Tao void demon angrily killed Yi Tian. Another strong man on the heavenly blood void demon list, the 56th blood Peng. This Shui Peng is much more powerful than that Shui Xingzi, but compared to Yi Tian, it is still weaker. Boom! Yi Tian fought with Shui Peng, and he fought for his life from the beginning, which made Shui Peng startled. Madman, Shui Peng commented so. Moreover, he had to admit that Yi Tian was indeed very enchanting, and he actually comprehended the 7th sequence to Tao rule to a 10% realm. In terms of strength, he is not an opponent. Soon, Li Ma Jiao. Shui Peng was injured, and the injury was not light. Come and help me, Shui Peng asked for help. Boom! 6 6th level void demons came over to assist the Shui Peng. Although they were not the void demons on the heavenly blood void demon list, their strength was not weak. Together, the 6 would be able to have a strong combat power. It stands to reason that Yi Tian had to be a little more careful when the 7 supreme Tao void demons were besieging him, but he didn't care at all, and was still fighting for his life. Boom! A 6th level phantom demon was directly killed by Yi Tian, but he also suffered the attacks of the other 6 phantoms. Soon, another 6th level to Dao Void Demon was bombarded by Yi Tian. These 6th level Void Demons seem to be powerful, but in front of Yi Tian, they are all ants, and they only have the effect of containing them. Shui Peng watched Yi Tian fight his life with his injuries, and killed one after another, the 6th level illusory demon, and he was completely panicked. He started to flee, but Yi Tian kept chasing him. Chapter 2827 Fame resounds throughout the battlefield of blood. You're crazy. Shui Peng was speechless, he all fled to the rear of the Dao Void Demon army, and Yi Tian followed him. Even if he really kills him, can Yi Tian escape? Is it worth it? Shui Peng, here we come. Another 3 6th level to Dao Void Demons came to rescue the Shui Peng. These 3 are not ordinary 6th level Dao False Demons, and they are also the powerhouses on the Heavenly Blood False Demon ranking, but their rankings are relatively low. Ha ha ha. Blood Lindsay, Blood Spider, Zanyu, thank you for your support. Shui Peng felt that Yi Tian must find a way to escape at this time. However, Yi Tian ignored these 3 6th level Void Demons and still attacked him. Boom! Shui Lindsay and the other 3 Supreme Dao Void Demons attacked Yi Tian, but Yi Tian only attacked the Shui Peng, obviously to sacrifice this duplicate body to kill the Shui Peng. Gradually, Yi Tian's injuries became more and more serious, but Shui Peng was also on the verge of death. At last, Yi Tian burned everything and launched the final blow. Under this blow, Shui Lindsay retreated, not daring to take it hard, let alone block it for Shui Peng. Their strength is much weaker than Shui Peng, even if they don't die, once they are severely injured, they will still be in danger on such a battlefield. Puff! Shui Peng's body was penetrated, and the power of the perfect 7th sequence to the Dao rules obliterated his last vitality. So far, 547 Blood Peng fell, and the military exploits fell on Yi Tian's battlefield order. And Yi Tian also directly released the duplicate body. After all, it was about to collapse, unable to withstand the wave of attacks from Shui Lindsay and the others. At this time, Shui Lindsay and the others were stunned. A monster who went to the strongest and the most powerful way, just died like this. Just to kill Shui Peng, is it worth it? Such an evildoer can definitely grow to the 7th level Dao realm, but it is 100% able to become the 6th level Dao realm. Once you reach the 6th level Taoist realm, the combat power is comparable to the top 8th level Taoist realm. It is estimated that Shui Peng killed his relatives or heirs, so he is crazy. Shui Lindsay guessed. That's the only possibility. Zan Hu nodded and agreed with this statement. Heavenly Blood City Number 3. A mansion. Yi Tian's other real body copied the body, took out the battlefield order, saw that there were 3 million more battle merits on it, and showed a smile. Part of it came from the killing of a large number of Supreme Dao Void Demons and some 6th level Supreme Dao Void Demons, and the other 2 million came from Blood Peng. In addition to the 3 million military exploits, there are also gifts from the origin of heaven and earth. It can be said that this wave has made a lot of money. The war is not over yet, and if I gather a cloned body, even if it is exposed, it doesn't matter if I let them know that I have a clone. Anyway, they can't kill me. Yi Tian murmured. Swish. After Yi Tian's true copy body condensed, he continued to rush to Long Zahai. Soon, he descended to Long Zahai again, and then slaughtered a group of Supreme Dao Void Demons before being targeted by powerful Supreme Dao Void Demons. After killing several 6th level to Dao illusory demons, one day the strong blood illusory demons came to kill him. It's you. Shui Lindsay was stunned when he saw Yi Tian. Before, Shui Peng and Yi Tian died together, he could see clearly why Yi Tian appeared again, and there was no injury at all. Quote exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark quote. He was stunned. The one who killed Shui Peng before turned out to be a clone of the Taoist realm, but it is difficult to make a clone. Even among the virtual demons of the Tao, it is extremely rare that the virtual ghost of the Tao has a clone. And the avatar that was refined is also relatively easy to see, but Yi Tian's avatar is not like a avatar at all, which avatar has such combat power. Even if it is a strong person who takes the path of the strongest and the most powerful, the clone is only the ordinary realm of the Tao. The road, that pays a great price. No one would be willing to sacrifice a clone refined at such a high price. Escape. Shui Lindsay didn't dare to fight with Yi Tian, this guy is a lunatic. Shui Peng is dead, he doesn't think his strength is stronger than Shui Peng. Yi Tian didn't chase after Shui Lindsay, and there was no powerhouse to stop him, he could kill more ordinary illusory demons. But soon, other two CJFJ Dao Void Demons joined forces to besiege him. However, Yi Tian's strength is too strong, it is absolutely comparable to the top 20 battle strength of the Heavenly Blood Heavenly Dragon ranking. Finally, when the Tao Void Demon Zan arrives, Zani's strength is weaker than Blood Chaos, but it also ranks 16th on the Heavenly Blood Void Demon list. Court Death. The battle river is directly to the sky. Yi Tian's speed is not as good as Zan He, there is no way to get rid of him, so he has to fight with him. In terms of strength, Yi Tian is a little weaker, but not much weaker and can fight Zan He. If he was desperate, he would be able to suppress Zan He, but if he couldn't kill Zan He, there was no point in fighting for his life. After a long time, those supreme Tao Void demons began to retreat. Before leaving, Zan He said harshly, "I will kill you next time." "Next time, I'll almost kill you," Yi Tian said coldly. Soon, the other Tao realm also left Long Zahai one by one. Heavenly Blood City Number 3. Yi Tian took out the Heavenly Blood Dragon Crystal ore in the mansion. This is the Heavenly Blood Dragon Crystal, what the Void Demon desperately wants. The Heavenly Blood Palace also purchased the Heavenly Blood Dragon Crystal. A single Heavenly Blood Dragon Crystal ore was worth 5,000 military exploits. This value was exaggerated. Like this time, in order to snatch the Heavenly Blood Dragon Crystal, the Supreme Tao Void Demon lost a large number of the Supreme Tao Void Demon, just for so few Heavenly Blood Dragon Crystals. Yi Tian killed some Supreme Tao Void Demons and snatched more than 300 Heavenly Blood Dragon Crystals from them, which were not many, but were worth more than 1 million military exploits. He only left one Heavenly Blood Dragon Crystal, and all the others were converted into battle merits. In addition to the battle merits he had gained by killing the Shui Peng and many other void demons this time, he already had millions of battle merits. He replaced all of them with heavenly blood. In the years that followed, Yi Tian refined heavenly blood true liquid, and then went to kill a group of supreme Tao void demons. And just like that, the long years passed slowly. And Yi Tian's ranking on the Heavenly Blood Heavenly Dragon ranking is getting higher and higher, and has already reached the top 20 on the Heavenly Blood Heavenly Dragon ranking. After all, other powerhouses wouldn't dare to slaughter the void demon like him, it would be too easy to fall, but Yi Tian didn't worry about falling, that's why he slaughtered so madly, and was able to rank so high in a short period of time. Before you know it, the 100 years of the Tao era have passed. At this time, Yi Tian's reputation is resounding throughout the Heavenly Blood battlefield, and the Supreme Tao Void Demon also knows his intelligence, and even launched many assassinations against him, but he just killed his cloned body and couldn't help him at all. Therefore, Yi Tian is the ultimate Taoist realm that makes the ultimate Taoist virtual demon the most troublesome. On the other hand, Yi Tian exchanged a large amount of heavenly blood true liquid, and his cultivation base gradually approached the 4th stage to the later stage of Tao realm. Moreover, he has not yet refined the gift of the origin of heaven and earth. Once it is used, it will definitely break through to the 4th stage to the late stage of Taoism. However, he is going to save it for a while, and maybe he will break through to the 4th level to the peak of the Tao realm in one breath. Chapter 2828 The Treasure House Number 1 opens, Yi Tian intervenes. This day, Yi Tian exchanged more than 300 drops of celestial blood in one breath, ready to hit the 4th stage to the late stage of Taoism. Hey, the help of the true celestial blood is getting smaller and smaller. Even if these more than 300 drops of the true celestial blood really allow me to break through to the 4th stage to the late stage of the Tao, it is estimated that refining it will be useless. Yi Tian muttered. Subsequently, he swallowed these heavenly blood true liquid in one breath, and used the power of the 7th sequence to help himself to refine them. Exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark. The energy of the heavenly blood true liquid continuously tempers the whole body and enhances his cultivation. Gradually, he reached the limit of the 4th level to the middle stage of Taoism, and began to hit the 4th level to the late stage of Taoism. Click, the cultivation base broke through, but the energy of the true blood of the blood was also exhausted. Finally break through to the late stage of the 4th level to the Taoist realm, and after the cultivation base is stabilized, then use the gift of the origin of heaven and earth to impact the 4th level to the peak of the Taoist realm. Yi Tian is looking forward to this. After a few Tao epochs in the past, Yi Tian had stabilized his realm long ago, and killed a group of illusory demons, again accumulating a lot of gifts from the origin of heaven and earth. Heavenly Blood City Number 3. Yi Tian continued to start hitting the realm. Boom! Massive gifts of the origin of heaven and earth poured into his body, and the huge energy attracted many to the Tao realm, and they all cast envious looks. I don't know how long has passed. Finally, Yi Tian's cultivation broke through again, reaching the 4th level to the pinnacle of the Tao realm, and continued to improve until the gifts of the origin of heaven and earth were completely exhausted. I can't find out that the peak limit of the 4th level Tao realm has been reached, and after a few years, we can start to attack the 5th level Tao realm. Yi Tian said excitedly. When he breaks through to the 5th level to the Tao realm, he can definitely easily kill a powerhouse like Zhan He on the Heavenly Blood Void Demon ranking. Even if it is Blood Chaos, he is far from his opponent, perhaps enough to rival the Heavenly Blood Heavenly Dragon ranking number 1. A monster. Those evildoers roamed various battlefields for emergency rescue, and were not fixed on a certain 3rd level battlefield. There is one more thing, the plan for the treasure house of Wuji Tiangong number 1 has to be carried out. Yi Tian smiled. A long time ago, he copied a Promise Heavenly Palace to the Taoist realm, sneaked into the Promise Heavenly Palace, and also learned that the 7th level Taoist realm of the Promise Heavenly Palace had been trying to crack the formation of the number 1 treasure house of the Promise Heavenly Palace. Gradually, he learned that the Lu Ti Tianzun of Wuji Tiangong seemed to be looking to the number 1 treasure house, hoping that the number 1 treasure house would have treasures that would enable him to comprehend the rules of the 6th sequence. After all, Wuji Heavenly Emperor is not a monster, but he is able to comprehend the 6th sequence to Tao rules. How he comprehended it has always been a mystery. Therefore, Lu Ti Tianzun and the others have hope. And now, the formation of the number 1 treasure house is about to be cracked. Yi Tian doesn't want Lu Ti Tianzun to break through to the 8th level Tao realm, otherwise Taizu Palace can't stop them, and he can't stop either. He is far from being an opponent of the 8th level Tao realm now. Therefore, he was going to show up to snatch the resources of the number 1 treasure house when the number 1 treasure house was cracked. Infinity Domain. Promise Temple. In a void, a statue of the 7th level Taoist realm stood in front of a formation, cracking the formation little by little. Come on, the number 1 treasure house is about to be opened. The 6th Heavenly Venerate was excited, and the other 7th layer Supreme Taoist Heavenly Venerate were also extremely excited. If they can open the number 1 treasure house, they will also be able to gain many benefits, the cultivation base can be improved, and their strength will definitely be greatly enhanced. Click, an array node was cracked, and this was the 100th node they cracked. Almost, the power of the formation has dropped many times, we should be able to break it together. Lu Ti Tianzun said, it is good. The other 7th level Tao realm Heavenly Venerate nodded in succession. Then, they joined forces to attack the formation. Boom. The fluctuations of many 7th level Supreme Tao Heavenly Venerates attacking the No. 1 treasure house spread, and the Supreme Tao realm in other parts of Wuji Temple felt it. And in a remote corner, Yi Tian also sensed it. It seems that the treasure house number 1 is about to be opened. Then I have to condense my real body and duplicate my body, and go grab it in time. Yi Tian's real copy body condensed little by little, and Lu Ti Tianzun and the others just wanted to break the number 1 treasure house, so naturally they didn't notice this situation. Kaka, the formation of the number 1 treasure house is gradually breaking down. Another time passed. The sound of glass shattering came. This is the formation of the number 1 treasure house was completely broken. Go in. Lu Ti Tianzun and the others broke into the number 1 treasure house. Immediately, densely packed treasures appeared in front of them. For flowers. These treasures are the private collection of Wuji Tiandi. This treasure house is his personal small treasury, which belongs to Wuji Tiandi alone. But now, it belongs to them. Thank you for opening treasure vault No. 1. A voice came. Hearing this voice, Lu Ti Tianzun's expression changed. Shish. Many 7th level Supreme Taoist Heavenly Venerates looked outside one after another, and the 7th sequence Supreme Tao rules on their bodies acted as if they would take action at any time. Wow, Yi Tian came out of nothingness, and his body was filled with the terrifying 7th sequence to Tao rules. These 7-level Supreme Taoist realms of Wuji Tiangong, the one who comprehends the 7th sequence Supreme Tao rule is Lu Ti Tianzun, and only raises the 7th sequence Supreme Tao rule to the 90% realm, which is not as high as Yi Tian's Supreme Tao rule. It's you, Taizu Palace Yi Tian. Lu Ti Tianzun recognized Yi Tian, but he did not panic. Merely Yi Tian is not their opponent yet. Yi Tian, we have negotiated with Taizu Palace, what do you mean by breaking into our Wuji Heavenly Palace? Lu Ti Tianzun questioned. It doesn't make any sense, it's just that the Emperor Wuji was suppressed by the Taizu Palace, and his personal possession naturally belongs to the spoils of the Taizu Palace, so I'll just come and take it away. Yi Tian's words made Lu Ti Tianzun and the others furious. Kill. They know that Yi Tian has a clone, and now this body may be a clone. Killing it is meaningless, but it must be killed, otherwise Yi Tian will really take away the resources. Wouldn't their efforts be in vain? Boom. A statue of the 7th level Supreme Tao Realm shot, but most of the 7th layer Supreme Tao Realm are too weak, even the 6th layer Supreme Tao Void Demon Blood Star Child is inferior. Destroy. One after another spear shot out, piercing the body of a 7th level Taoist realm. Yi Tian didn't kill them, but severely injured them. Even Lu Tianzun was knocked into the air by Yi Tian, and he was not his opponent at all. Receive. Yi Tian took away the treasures here. The other 7th level Tao realm tried to stop Yi Tian, but was slapped flying by Yi Tian. This group of 7th level to Tao realm is too weak. Not only the foundation is not good, and they have not experienced bloody battles, they are naturally far inferior to the strong corpses on the heavenly blood-killing list. Chapter 2829 Purple Stone, comprehend the 6th sequence to the Tao rules. Yi Tian, you are too much. Lu Tianzun roared. This is the #1 treasure house of their Wuji temple, and it is the most important treasure storage place. Yi Tian, an outsider, came to snatch the treasures of their Wuji heavenly palace. What's more important is that there is a very likely chance for him to break through to the 8th level Taoist realm. Yi Tian snatched these resources to cut off his hope of breaking through. Immediately, he angrily attacked Yi Tian again. Roll. Yi Tian took another shot, and the Supreme Tao Spear technique hit it, directly shattering a 7-pattern defensive Supreme Tao armor on Lu Tianzun's body. And Lu Tianzun couldn't bear Yi Tian's attack, and was directly beaten out of the #1 treasure house. As for the other 7th level Tao realm heavenly venerates, they fled one after another, and did not dare to stop Yi Tian, for fear of being killed by Yi Tian in seconds. It was May 4-7. The items in the #1 treasure house were all scraped by Yi Tian. In fact, the number was not too many, but each item was extremely precious. Swish. Yi Tian left directly from Wuji Tiangong, no one dared to stop him. Seeing Yi Tian leave, these 7th level Tao realm dared to curse. Yi Tian of Teizu Palace is too shameless to snatch the treasure house of our Wuji heavenly palace. 1 inch. If Lord Wuji Tiandi is still there, how dare he do this? Be sure to ask Teizu Palace to explain. However, they scolded for a while, but did not really contact Teizu Palace. Yi Tian's strength can sweep them all. He is already the #1 powerhouse in the promised domain, and it is impossible for Teizu Palace to question Yi Tian, and he does not dare to question. Therefore, this loss is settled for them. Teizu Palace. Teizu Palace Master also quickly knew what happened in Wuji Tiangong. After all, Yi Tian started directly in Wuji Tiangong. Teizu Gong, who had been spying on Wuji Tiangong, naturally knew. After a little investigation, he knew that Yi Tian swept Wuji Tiangong and grabbed Gong a lot of good stuff. Yi Tian's strength is getting stronger and stronger, and now he has surpassed me. Maybe it won't take too long, he will have the strength comparable to the 8th level Taoist realm. Teizu Palace Master murmured. The stronger Yi Tian's strength is, the better for Teizu Palace. After all, he joined the Teizu Palace, and even if he leaves the Wuji domain in the future, he will take great care of the Teizu Palace. The other side, Yi Tian returned to his residence and began to organize the harvest this time. There are really a lot of resources, and there are even many resources that are of great help to the 7th level Taoist realm, which can quickly improve their cultivation. There are 13 items in the 7th sequence of the Supreme Tao rule, but the Wuji Heavenly Emperor didn't even take them out to cultivate those Supreme Tao realm. There are also Wuji Supreme Tao fruit, and there are 3. Unfortunately, this thing is useless to me now. After Yi Tian sorted out these treasures, he suddenly found a box. This box was made of special materials, and there were restrictions on it, which were prohibited by the rules of the 6th sequence to the Tao. Arranging the prohibition according to the 6th sequence to the Tao rules, this must be an extremely important thing. Yi Tian began to crack this restriction carefully. With the 7th sequence of his 10% realm to the Tao rule, if you slowly grind it, it will take a long time to grind it away. He didn't force it to open it, otherwise it would be easy to damage the items inside. Years passed, and in the blink of an eye, hundreds of thousands of years passed. This day, Yi Tian finally broke the restriction and opened the box. The box contains a piece of heaven and earth, some purple stones, and a map inscribed on the hide of an unknown creature. Yi Tian took a look at the map, and his will melted into it. Each innate original domain is presented as a dot on it, and a golden dot appears somewhere on the map, and this golden dot represents a certain position in the virtual domain. This map should be a guide for this place. Yi Tian guessed. Then, he looked at those purple stones. He picked up a rock and started researching. Try refining the stone. Yi Tian picked up a stone, swallowed it directly, and started refining. Suddenly, a purple energy poured into Yi Tian's source, and then his source began to be damaged, but a strange force made his comprehension skyrocket, and it seemed that a ray of incomparably powerful was spied out. Rule power. That's the sixth sequence to the Tao rule. Yi Tian finally understands how Wuji Tiandi comprehends the sixth sequence to the Tao rules, must be using this purple stone. However, this purple stone will actually erode the source. If only one piece is refined, it will have little impact, but if it is refined too much, the source will be severely damaged, which is not a good thing for the future, and it will be difficult to improve even one's cultivation. Emperor Wuji kept these purple stones without refining and comprehending the sixth sequence rules of the Tao. It's definitely not that he was useless, but that he didn't dare to continue refining, and his origin should have been damaged to a certain extent. Yi Tian guessed. However, he is not afraid. Even if the source of his replica body was damaged to an incomparably serious level, he was not worried at all. Therefore, for him, the value of this purple stone is unimaginable. Ha ha ha, I was still worried about how to comprehend the rules of the sixth sequence, so don't worry now. Yi Tian said excitedly. Of course, he was the only one who dared to frantically refine this purple stone, and even if it was the Teibai sword master, he wouldn't dare to refine it. In the years that followed, Yi Tian refined the purple stones one after another, and the source of his body was constantly damaged, but through the purple stones, he also continued to comprehend the sixth sequence to Tao rules. There are quite a few purple stones left by the Wuji Heavenly Emperor, which is definitely enough for him to understand the sixth sequence of the rules of the Tao. One after another, the years of the Zidao era have passed. More than 300 years of Zidao era passed, Yi Tian exhausted a lot of purple stones, and finally 5.9 comprehended a trace of the sixth sequence Zidao rules on this day. Boom! The sixth sequence comprehension of the Supreme Tao rules, a wave of fluctuations spread, making all the Supreme Tao realms shiver, even the Tezu Palace Master trembled, as if he had encountered an incomparably terrifying power. But in a flash, everything went back to normal. I understand the sixth sequence of the rules of the Tao. Yi Tian was excited. Immediately, he took the opportunity to attack the fifth level to the Tao realm. With the help of the sixth sequence to the realm of Taoism, the bottleneck from the peak of the fourth level to the peak of the Taoist realm to the fifth level of the Taoist realm is useless and easily broken. Boom! Yi Tian's cultivation broke through, devouring a large amount of energy around him, and all kinds of resources were also devoured by him. After a long time, Yi Tian's cultivation level was officially stabilized at the initial stage of the fifth level Tao realm. Chapter 2830 Killing Zan, Terrifying Strength. The fifth level Tao level cultivation base, plus the fact that he has just comprehended the sixth order Tao level rules, Yi Tian's current strength has far surpassed the top seventh level Tao level. I should be between the 7th level Taoist realm and the 8th level Taoist realm, which is much stronger than the invincible powerhouse of the 7th level Taoist realm, but not as good as the 8th level Taoist realm. Yi Tian murmured. No way, the 6th sequence Supreme Tao rules he comprehended were just skins, and he did not create the 6th sequence Supreme Tao divine power, so his strength was naturally inferior to the 8th level Supreme Tao realm. When his cultivation base reaches the peak of the 5th level Taoist realm, and he creates the 6th sequence Taoist supernatural power, his strength will be comparable to the 8th level Taoist realm, and he is not weak at the 8th level Taoist realm. My 6th sequence to Tao rule level is too low, I have to continue to improve. Yi Tian refined the remaining purple stones one by one to understand the 6th sequence to Tao rules. The effect is still there, but it is not big, and the damage of eroding the source is still so serious. After a while, he used up all the purple stones. The purple stones are gone, we need more purple stones. Yi Tian looked at the map left by Wuji Heavenly Emperor. The place marked on this map might have the purple stone he needed. If this is the case, he might be able to go there and take a look. However, it is relatively far away, and at his speed, at least he has to travel hundreds of thousands of Zidao era time to get there. Send a replica body over there to see it. A copy of Yi Tian's body, urging the 6th sequence to the Tao rule with a light stroke, tore the Wuji domain and entered the virtual domain. He is not going to teleport through the fortresses, it will expose his whereabouts, and he is only a Taoist realm under the Tezu Palace. To use the teleportation of each fortress, he must obtain the permission of the Shantian Yuan Alliance. It would be a little troublesome for Su Palace to operate. So, he'd better travel by himself. With his current strength, he shouldn't encounter too many dangers along the way, unless he encounters that kind of powerful 8th level void demon. If it is really unfortunate and killed, then send another copy of the body, it is not a big problem. Heavenly Blood Battlefield, Heavenly Blood City Number 3. Yi Tian changed his clone body, and his cultivation base also changed to the 5th stage to the early stage of Dao realm. With my current strength, I can sweep the battlefield of Heavenly Blood. Yi Tian muttered. The Heavenly Blood battlefield also has a 5th level Supreme Taoist who is walking the path of the strongest Tao, but the opponent's 7th sequence Supreme Tao rule is not high, and he has understood the 6th order Supreme Tao rule. Where can you compare to him? Yi Tian is now preparing to sweep the battlefield of Heavenly Blood and kill all the powerful Supreme Tao Void Demons, or even block the Void Channel if possible, so that the other Supreme Tao Void Demons cannot leave. Of course, the Supreme Tao Void Demon can ask for help, such as calling the peerless evildoer at the peak of the 6th level Tao, no less than a strong person like the Teibai Sword Master, then he can't beat it. However, you can kill as many Void Demons as you can. Kill the Tao Void Demon War River first. Yi Tian decided. In the battlefield of Heavenly Blood, on the side of the Tao Void Demon, Yi Tian's copy of the Tao Void Demon sneaked in, and used the 6th sequence to hide himself. It is not impossible for this duplicate body to be discovered. If the opponent's special 8 pattern Zadao weapon locks his position, it is possible to discover his duplicate body. After all, there is still a deep connection between them. I think he was locked by Wuji Tiandi at the beginning, and all the other cloned bodies were killed. However, he is now using the 6th sequence to protect himself, so it is not easy to be discovered, and they will not think of this, so they will target him. Therefore, the risk of his exposure is very low. Yi Tian sneaked in, mainly to look for Zanhe. He was afraid that he would start killing and Zanhe ran away, so he first found Zanhe, killed him, and then started to kill. Soon, he found the trace of Zanhe, and the other party stayed in the know. 2 Fortress of Heavenly Blood. Afterwards, Yi Tian's copy body of the Void Demon was in a ruin not far from the Heavenly Blood No. 2 Fortress, where he silently condensed his true copy body. Soon, the real body copied the body and condensed successfully. Swish! Yi Tian directly attacked the Heavenly Blood No. 2 Fortress, but he was discovered instantly. He felt that it was normal for him to be discovered. The Heavenly Blood battlefield was very important, and the Void Demon of the Supreme Tao was naturally strict in monitoring this place. If he traveled like this, he still couldn't find him, and the Void Demon would have been beaten to the core. However, an attack from a 5th level Supreme Tao realm would naturally not pay too much attention to the Phantom Demon. Heavenly Blood No. 2 Fortress. Sneak in at the 5th level to the Taoist realm, courting death. Zanhe came out of No. 2 Fortress and went directly to intercept Yi Tian, and the other Void Demons also followed, but the speed was a little slower. Soon, Yi Tian met Zanhe. It's you. Zanhe was taken aback. It turned out to be Yi Tian who came here, but then his expression changed. Just because Yi Tian is no longer the 4th level Tao realm, but the 5th level Tao realm. Originally, Yi Tian's combat power was second only to him, but now that he has broken through to the 5th level Tao realm, his strength must be above him. Hold him and wait for the other Void Demons to besiege him. Zanhe has this idea. So, he sent a message to the other Void Demons and asked them to come here. But in the next second, he was terrified. 547 Boom. Yi Tian performed the flow of the Tao to kill, and immediately stabbed with a spear, carrying the 6th sequence of the rule of the Tao. The 6th sequence to the Tao rule, Zanhe wants to scold people, this is too exaggerated, just comprehend the 6th sequence of Tao rules in the 5th level Tao realm. Either Yi Tian's talent and evil spirits are incomparable to all the peerless geniuses in the entire Shantian Yuan alliance, or it is Yi Tian's background is very deep, and there is a backer behind him to continuously comprehend the 6th sequence to Tao rule items. Otherwise, Yi Tian would not be able to comprehend the 6th sequence to the Tao rule. Such a Tao realm, to go to the battlefield of Heavenly Blood, isn't this bullying? Zanhe couldn't dodge, and urged all kinds of life-saving things to try to resist. But the 6th sequence Supreme Tao rule is too terrifying, and Yi Tian's physical strength is far beyond the 7th level Supreme Tao realm. Puff! Zanhe was penetrated by a shot, and his body began to collapse, but the life-saving thing kept him alive. But he has no resistance. Boom! The 6th sequence of the rules of the Tao turned into a thread to strangle inside Zanhe's body, easily erasing Zanhe's vitality. In an instant, Zanhe fell to his death. And the other Supreme Tao Void Demons who just arrived were all stunned. Even Zanhe was killed, how could they survive? Chapter 2831 Sweep the battlefield of Heavenly Blood alone. Swish! Yi Tian turned into the light of the Supreme Tao flowing body technique, leaping over in an instant, killing these Supreme Tao void demons in an instant. They are all incomparably powerful 6th level illusory demons, and some of them are even listed on the Heavenly Blood False Demon list, but in the hands of Yi Tian, they have no resistance at all, just like ants. Soon, Yi Tian came directly to the No. 2 Fortress of Heavenly Blood. Boom! The Heavenly Blood number 2 fortress was directly smashed by Yi Tian, killing the void demon inside. Next, Yi Tian killed when he saw the Supreme Tao Void Demon. At this time, the Supreme Tao Void Demon didn't think about escaping from the Heavenly Blood battlefield. After all, there was only one person in Yi Tian, and the number of the Supreme Tao Void Demon was too large, and Shui Chao, the powerhouses on the Heavenly Blood Void Demon list, were still there, exist. Therefore, the Blood Chaos immediately rectified the Tao Void Demon army, ready to besiege Yi Tian. It didn't take long for hundreds of thousands of void demons to form, and under the leadership of Blood Chaos, they locked Yi Tian's position, and Yi Tian did not leave, just waiting for Blood Chaos to arrive. If so many Supreme Tao Void Demons are combined into a large formation, there is indeed hope to kill Yi Tian. However, Yi Tian is not going to use only one real body to duplicate his body this time. Even if this real body is destroyed, he can continue to use a second real body to duplicate his body. Coming, Yi Tian stood in the void and looked into the distance. Boom! In the distance, the figure of Blood Chaos appeared, and there were many void demons behind him. They have already learned about Yi Tian's strength from the communication of other fallen Supreme Tao Void Demons, a 5th layer Supreme Tao realm who has gone to the strongest Tao, and has also comprehended the 6th sequence of Supreme Tao rules. So, they have to join forces. Combined into a large array. Blood Chaos ordered. At the next moment, some Supreme Tao Void Demons united to form a terrifying Supreme Tao Void Demon giant, each of which was composed of a large number of Supreme Tao Void Demons with formations. However, more Supreme Tao Void Demons still act alone. After all, they have not participated in such training and cannot cooperate with each other. Soon, more than 300 illusory giants are condensed, and each giant has the strength of a strong person on the Heavenly Blood False Demon ranking, which is equivalent to more than 300 Heavenly Blood False Demon ranking experts. Of course, maintaining such a large formation consumes a lot of money, and the Tao Void Demon has used his whole cards and can only quickly end the battle. Boom! An 8-patterned weapon appeared, and then a group of ghosts sacrificed their lives, which motivated the 8-patterned weapon. In an instant, the void was blocked, and the 6th sequence to Tao rule thread spread towards Yi Tian, suppressing Yi Tian's strength. The foundation of the void demon is really strong, I underestimate the void demon. Yi Tian muttered. However, he did not panic. Holding the 7-pattern Zidao weapon spear, he charged directly. Kill. The two sides fought. A Supreme Tao illusory giant was directly penetrated by Yi Tian's shot. The formation was broken open, and a Supreme Tao illusory devil inside was revealed, and then turned into powder. Almost all fell at the same time. At this time, more and more Supreme Tao Void Demons surrounded Yi Tian with suicide attacks. And Yi Tian's 6th sequence, the rules of the Tao, broke out, and the dense threads of the rules spread all over the void, strangling each of the Tao Void Demons. But Yi Tian also endured a lot of attacks, and the armor on his body was constantly cracking. He only relied on the 6th sequence Zidao rules to integrate the Zidao Vajra body protection, but he was still injured. As time passed, this void was full of corpse fragments of the Supreme Tao Void Demon, and Yi Tian's injuries were getting more and more serious. Blood Chaos has never shot, but commanded from the rear. He didn't dare to do it, because he couldn't bear Yi Tian's attack either. Once he was hit by Yi Tian, he would have to die. His purpose is to consume Yi Tian. Heavenly Blood City Number 1. Long Wu, Long Shu, etc. at the Tao realm also knew about the battle that took place on the Tao Void Demon's side. After all, Yi Tian's ranking on the Heavenly Blood Heavenly Dragon ranking was rising too fast, and it was almost the first place. They used the most powerful weapons to investigate, and there was a big battle over there. On the side of the illusory demon, a large number of the illusory demon fell, and even Zan He died. In a short period of time, there have been nearly 20 strong men on the Heavenly Blood False Demon list. It should be Yi Tian who is madly slaughtering the Tao False Demon. How can Yi Tian have such strength? Maybe it broke through to the 5th order Tao realm, and also comprehended the 6th order Tao rules. Although I don't want to believe it, it seems that there is only this possibility. It's not too late, just order an attack. Subsequently, a large number of Supreme Tao realms set off from the Heavenly Blood cities and invaded to Tao Void Demon. This time, they are going to counterattack the Tao Void Demon. When they arrived at the Tao Void Demon's site, they found that there was almost nothing to block. Most of the Tao Void Demon were supporting the blood chaos to kill Yi Tian, so naturally there was no strength to defend here. Then, the Supreme Tao realm of the Tianlong domain killed the Supreme Tao Void Demon all the way, and continued to snatch resources along the way, acquiring the resources of the fortresses. On Yi Tian's side, the battle is about to end. At this time, Yi Tian's body was cracked, the 7-pattern to Tao-ruled spear in his hand was about to be scrapped, his entire body's strength was consumed too much, and his combat effectiveness had declined seriously. However, he killed too many Supreme Tao Void Demons. You haven't escaped yet. Blood chaos was a surprise. It stands to reason that if Yi Tian escaped, they might not be able to catch up, but Yi Tian killed them to this level. Could this not be his real body? Blood chaos secretly said in his heart. He had heard of Yi Tian before, and knew a little about the situation. If Yi Tian was not his real body, then their blood would be lost. Kill. Chaos roars. Fighting to such an extent, he must kill Yi Tian. Immediately, he also killed the past. It was another tragic fight, and Yi Tian's copy body finally couldn't take it anymore. Click. The body was shattered and dissipated. Li Ma Jiao. Just when Shui Chaos breathed a sigh of relief, a voice came from the void. As expected, ants can kill elephants. I thought I could swept you all, but I didn't expect you to actually kill my clone. As soon as the words fell, Yi Tian tore the void and walked out. Yi Tian, you. Shui Chao's complexion changed greatly, and it was indeed Yi Tian's clone just now. Now, most of their power has been wiped out, and all of them are seriously injured. How to kill Yi Tian? Escape. Now he only wants to escape from the battlefield of heavenly blood, and has no other thoughts at all. However, where is his speed as fast as Yi Tian? In an instant, Yi Tian caught up with blood chaos. PFF'd. Blood chaos looked at his body that had been penetrated, and the power of the 6th sequence to the rules of the Tao was strangling his own vitality, and he was completely desperate. Bang! The body of blood chaos exploded, completely falling and dying. Chapter 2832 Blood Kills Children, completely messed up. A void demon like blood chaos can break through at any time if he wants to break through to the 7th level of the Supreme Tao. As a result, he fell here just for the sake of the heavenly blood battlefield. Subsequently, Yi Tian slaughtered all the remaining void demons, and this time he was not injured. Immediately afterwards, Yi Tian went to kill other Supreme Tao void demons, and directly came to the void passage of the heavenly blood battlefield. If other void demons want to leave the heavenly blood battlefield, they must leave the void passage, and there is no other way. And here in the void passage, there are also a group of Supreme Tao void demons, except for a few Supreme Tao void demons who escaped in time, others died in Yi Tian's hands. Then, Yi Tian sits here to prevent other void demons from leaving. Virtual domain, the ancestral land of the blood lineage. An extremely terrifying Supreme Tao void demon gathered. Something happened on the battlefield of heavenly blood, and a 5-level Supreme Taoist who took the road to the strongest and the highest Tao swept across the battlefield of heavenly blood, and even the children of blood chaos and Zan were killed. This kind of evildoer appears on the battlefield. The innate realm is really too much, and he must be killed. Who to send? Send the blood to kill the sun. He is the peak of the 6th order Taoist realm, and his bloodline has reached the Xian level, which is no less than the ultimate Taoist realm who walks the path of the strongest and the most Taoist. But his strength is no less than that of the top 8 layer to Tao realm, and his strength is enough to kill the opponent. Then let Blood Killer withdraw from other battlefields and enter the heavenly blood battlefield. Soon, Blood Killer got the news and went to the heavenly blood battlefield. Originally, Blood Killer didn't look down on a 3rd level battlefield like the heavenly blood battlefield, but this was an order from the top of the heavenly blood lineage, and he had to obey. Heavenly blood battlefield. Yi Tian killed some illusory demons, and he has become the number 1 on the heavenly blood heavenly dragon ranking, and he has accumulated a lot of wealth and gifts from the origin of the heavenly emperor. If you go back to retreat, you can definitely improve your cultivation to the 5th level to the middle stage of Taoism. There is a phantom demon who wants to enter the battlefield of heavenly blood. Yi Tian stood up, holding a weapon, waiting for the arrival of the opponent. Wow! A 6th level void demon descended, exuding a terrifying aura, much more terrifying than blood chaos. Extreme bloodline. He has heard that the Supreme Tao void demon clan has a very small number of supreme bloodlines, similar to those in the innate realm who have followed the path of the Supreme Tao, and the combat power of the same rank is similar. And this CJFJ Supreme Tao Void Demon with the strongest bloodline is also extremely rich in the Supreme Tao rules, definitely reaching the realm of 100%, at the level of comprehending the 6th sequence of the Supreme Tao rules. Its strength is absolutely no less than Teibai Sword Master. I'm no match, Yi Tian secretly said. This is a top-level 3rd-level battlefield, and the strength of the 6th-level Supreme Taoist realm is not suppressed much, so he still can't beat this Supreme Taoist virtual demon. Boom. After the blood killer saw Yi Tian, he directly transformed into a sea of blood. This sea of blood is composed of the 7th sequence to the Tao rule, which is also a very terrifying 7th sequence to the Tao supernatural power, the Blood Evil Sea world. As soon as the Blood Evil Sea realm came out, if you couldn't comprehend the rules of the 6th sequence, you really couldn't escape. Walk. Yi Tian directly burned the source, and used the Tao flowing technique to break through the Blood Evil Sea world. I saw that Yi Tian was like a ray of light. With the help of the 6th sequence the Tao rule, it penetrated the barrier of the Bloody Sea world and barely penetrated the past. But at this moment, one bloody hand directly hit Yi Tian's body, and half of his body was directly shattered. Finally escaped. Yi Tian is extremely miserable at the moment. If he didn't rely on the burning source and the 6th sequence to the Tao rule, his copy body would probably have perished. He also didn't expect the reaction of the Supreme Tao Void Demon's blood lineage to be so fast, and sent such a terrifying Supreme Tao Void Demon. It's not that he is reluctant to have this duplicate body, but that this duplicate body has taken away a lot of resources. If it falls, it will be a big loss. And when he was escaping, he also sent a message to those Supreme Tao realm in Tianlongyu, informed the situation, and let them escape as well. If they scatter and escape, even if they kill their sons with blood, they won't be able to kill too many Supreme Tao realm. Soon, Yi Tian fled to Heavenly Blood City number 3, and then directly withdrew from the Heavenly Blood battlefield. As for the Blood Killer, he killed all the way to the 3rd city of Tianshui, and directly destroyed the 3rd city of Tianshui. However, most of the Tao realm had withdrawn from the Heavenly Blood City number 3. But Blood Killer didn't kill Yi Tian, and was very annoyed, so he started to slaughter other Supreme Tao realm on the battlefield of Heavenly Blood. Soon, a 6th-level Taoist peak powerhouse that was no less than blood-killing sons came. Heavenly Blood Battlefield. Blood Killer, quit the Heavenly Blood Battlefield. The unparalleled God came here and stopped the bloody murderer. The peerless God came here to stop the blood-killing children under the order of the innate Yuan alliance, otherwise he would die too much in the realm of the Tao. You God, you must defeat me first. The two sides fought. However, their strengths are similar, and the 7th sequence to Tao rules they understand are all in the 100% perfect state, and they have also created a lot of 7th sequence to Tao supernatural powers, and their combat experience is extremely rich. They fought for a long time without a winner. But after a period of time, the blood of the blood still let the Blood Killer to withdraw, and the unparalleled God also withdrew. Yi Tian, the Shantian UNU alliance has issued an order that you are not allowed to enter the Tianshui battlefield. Ao Shuan Longzhen said. Oh, why? Yi Tian asked. Ao Shuan Longzhen reluctantly said. Your strength is too strong. If you enter the battlefield of Tianshui, those who are the most illusory demons will not be able to defeat them, and they will inevitably send monsters like blood and murderers. When the time comes to fight, our Tianlongyu will die a lot Supreme Tao realm. Moreover, because of you, Tianlong has suffered heavy losses, and many people in Supreme Tao realm have been dissatisfied. In fact, Ao Shuan Longzhen was also a little dissatisfied, but he didn't dare to say it. After all, he couldn't beat Yi Tian. Yi Tian thought about it and said, okay, I will withdraw from the Heavenly Blood battlefield, but I have to absorb the gift of the origin of heaven and earth, and I have to exchange my battle merits for me, right? Combat. Ao Shuan Longzhen's mouth twitched. Yi Tian's military exploits this time were too terrifying. If he really exchanged them all, how much resources would Tianlongyu lose? So, he hurriedly said, Yi Tian, it's okay for you to refine the gift of the origin of the world, but if you have made war achievements, forget it, we will compensate you for some resources, how about it? Ro. Yi Tian also sighed. This is someone else's territory after all, what can he say? Afterwards, he returned to the Heavenly Blood battlefield again, directly absorbing the gift of the origin of heaven and earth. Chapter 2833 Harvest a lot of purple stones. Boom. Unimaginable gifts from the origin of heaven and earth come. After all, he has killed too many void demons, so there are naturally many rewards from the origin of heaven and earth. It takes a long time for him to refine these gifts from the origin of the world alone. The other side. Yi Tian's real copy body shuttled in the virtual realm, finally approaching the location recorded on the map. During this period, he also encountered quite a few Supreme Tao Void demons, but none of them were very powerful, so he avoided them all. Basically, as long as it's not very unlucky, it's unlikely to encounter the 8th-layer Tao Void demon. Arrive. Yi Tian came to the marked position on the map, and Wuji Tiandi estimated that it was here that the purple stone was harvested. This area is flooded with green light, covering a very distant area. Yi Tian did not hesitate, and directly broke into this area. He didn't know what was going on here, so he made a copy of the body outside. In this way, even if the copy body falls, it can continue to enter, and there is no need to travel again. Within the purple area, the perception range is not large. But soon, Yi Tian ran into trouble. A purple creature appeared and attacked Yi Tian. Open black lens bracket G Dao purple python close black lens bracket. The strength of this Supreme Dao purple python is not too strong, that is, the strength of the 7th level Dao realm. Yi Tian casually pointed and directly killed this Supreme Purple Python. Immediately, he studied the corpse of this Supreme Purple Python, and found that there was that kind of purple stone aura inside its body. Either it has eaten that purple stone, or it has touched that purple stone. Sure enough, those purple stones of Wuji Tiandi were obtained here. Yi Tian said with absolute certainty. Then, he started looking for that purple stone. Moreover, he made a discovery at this time, that is, this purple mist will also erode his origin and damage his foundation, but it is not as serious as the green stone. Unfortunately, the cultivation base of the Supreme Dao Z Python has reached the 7th level Dao realm, and there is no way to copy its body. Otherwise, it should be easier to use the Supreme Dao Z Python's body to find the purple stone. Yi Tian thought to himself. As time passed, Yi Tian finally found a purple stone. The stone was not big, it was about the same as the purple stone he had obtained before. Found a piece, good start, Yi Tian said excitedly. Subsequently, he continued to look for purple stones. Gradually, he found more and more purple stones. Of course, he also encountered more powerful creatures, and it was difficult for him to deal with them at the 7th level to the Dao realm. When the Wuji Heavenly Emperor came here, it is estimated that he has not yet broken through to the 8th level Dao realm. He must have paid a lot of price to find some purple stones. Yi Tian guessed. Yi Tian's strength is second only to the 8th level to Dao realm, so there is no danger. After he found a lot of purple stones, he came out again, put these purple stones on the copy body of the outside world, and then continued to search for the purple stones. After a while, the purple stones on the periphery were not easy to find. So, he went deep into the purple area to find purple stones. Not long after he came in, he discovered that the purple mist here is even more terrifying to the erosion of the source. If he stays for too long, the foundation will be seriously damaged, and it is estimated that he will not even think about breaking through to a higher realm. The Wuji Heavenly Emperor must have never been to the depths of this area. And Yi Tian came in. He ignored the erosion of the source by these purple mists, as long as he could find the purple stones. Crisis. Yi Tian felt as if he was being targeted by some terrifying creature. In the next second, an extremely terrifying creature appeared. Open black lens bracket to Dao Ruins monkey close black lens bracket. This is a Taoist ruins ape that is comparable to the top 8th level Taoist realm. Its strength is much stronger than Yi Tian, and it is definitely no less than the strength of Blood Killer. And his source was severely eroded, unable to burn the source to escape. Plus this area was its home field. Yi Tian failed to escape and was directly caught by the opponent. Boom! A terrifying big hand directly crushed Yi Tian's body. Soon, he was dead. A replica body has fallen, and the depths of this area are really too dangerous. In such a dangerous place, and purple stones will damage the origin and foundation, those powerful Supreme Dao realms are geniuses, and naturally they will not be willing to give up their foundations to collect these purple stones to understand the 6th sequence Supreme Dao rules. And ordinary Dao realm with little potential is not qualified to obtain such treasures. Therefore, even if this place is discovered, there will be no Taoist realm who will venture in to collect purple stones. For flowers, Wuji Tiandi can sacrifice his future and go out alive. It is estimated that he is lucky. Afterwards, the real body duplicated the body and entered here. This restrained breath, be careful, luck was slightly better, and became a relatively large purple stone. Hey, this purple stone is not only bigger, it seems to be of different quality. Yi Tian was surprised. This kind of purple stone is estimated to be of a higher quality, and its value will naturally be higher, but the erosion of the source must be more severe. But for Yi Tian, the value of this purple stone is naturally higher. Immediately, He swallowed this purple stone to try to refine it. Boom. His origin was eroded faster, but he also realized more sixth sequence to Tao rules, and the effect was much better than the previous purple stone. Sure enough, it's a better quality purple stone. Yi Tian was excited. He had to collect some of these purple stones. So, he sacrificed one after another to replicate the body, just to find some more of this high-quality purple stone and bring it out. Years passed, and before you knew it, a long time passed. At this time, Yi Tian had already collected a lot of high-quality purple stones, but he had also lost many copies of his body. This day, Yi Tian is about to leave, because there are not many purple stones in this area, it is difficult for him to continue to find. So, there is no need to stay here. So, he was ready to return to the promised domain. Heavenly Blood Battlefield. Yi Tian is still absorbing the gift of the origin of heaven and earth, and has not completely absorbed and refined. And his cultivation base has already reached the middle stage of the 5th level to the Taoist realm. But it is estimated that there is no way to use these gifts of heaven and earth to raise the cultivation base to the 5th stage to the late stage of the Tao. This day, the refining of the gift of the origin of heaven and earth is over. Yi Tian's cultivation is not far from the 5th stage to the late stage of Taoism, but it will take a long time to reach this realm. It's time to leave the Tianlong territory. Yi Tian left the Heavenly Blood Battlefield, took the compensation from the Heavenly Dragon domain, then handed over the battlefield order, then left the Heavenly Dragon domain, passed through the Winter Night Fortress and returned to the Wuji domain corpse. Chapter 2834 Re-enter the First Strange Land. Infinity Domain. After Yi Tian came back, he gave some resources to his son Yi Xingqian. Yi Xingqian also took the path of being the strongest and the most powerful, but his son didn't copy his talent, so he couldn't do it like himself, so he could only supply resources as much as possible to quickly improve his son's cultivation. There are also some resources for the wife, daughter in the Human Temple, Tianshan Pavilion and Teizu Palace. This time, he was able to enter the Heavenly Blood Battlefield because of the help of the Teizu Palace, so he couldn't give no benefit at all. Anyway, to him, this resource is nothing. Another copy body is back. Tier. The barrier of the promised domain was torn apart, and Yi Tian's copy body came back, bringing back those purple stones. With these purple stones, his 6th sequence Zidao rules can definitely skyrocket. Of course, he is definitely not sure that 563 is promoted to the 6th sequence to the realm of Tao rules 10%, but he can definitely be promoted to the realm of 10%. Get started. Yi Tian swallowed a purple stone, and while eroding his source, he also silently comprehends the 6th sequence to Tao rule. He didn't use those high-quality purple stones at first, and when the low-quality purple stones were exhausted, he used high-quality purple stones. Gradually, the years passed. Before you know it, 1,000 years of the Tao era have passed. For Yi Tian, 1,000 years of the Tao era is a very long time. The 6th sequence Tao rule has been raised to 60%, but those purple stones are almost exhausted. Yi Tian muttered. However, his current strength has improved a lot compared to the past. He has also created a lot of 6th-order supernatural powers, but his cultivation is still in the middle stage of the 5th-level supernatural power. At his realm, even if he has countless resources, it is impossible to upgrade to the 5th-level supernatural power in a short period of time. Later realm. However, his current strength has truly reached the 8th-level Supreme Taoist realm, and it is not the ordinary 8th-level Ultimate Taoist realm. I have to go to the first place in the Promised Territory to take a look at the strange things inside. With my current strength and the blood-marked monument, there should be hope to kill them. Yi Tian murmured. This day, each of Yi Tian's duplicate bodies entered the first strange land and forbidden strange land together. After entering, he was quickly targeted by the only one in the first strange land. A strange figure, with the head on top of the Dodge stone, appeared in Yi Tian's perception. It exudes the breath of the 8th-level Taoist realm, and it also has the extremely rich 6th-order Taoist rules. In the past, Yi Tian had no resistance against it, but now he is not afraid. Blood Monument. Yi Tian urged this treasure, trying to suppress this supreme wonder, but the effect was not very good. The grade of the blood-marked tablet is low, and it is difficult to weaken the power of this supreme wonder, but it can be regarded as weakening some strength. Yi Tian murmured. Afterwards, the other duplicate bodies came up together and besieged this supreme wonder. Boom! The battle broke out. It has to be said that the strength of this supreme wonder is really too terrifying, completely crushing Yi Tian. If it is a single copy of the body, it really can't be beat, and even will be beaten to death. But under the siege of multiple duplicate bodies, it was barely able to contend. Burn the source. Yi Tian started to fight for his life. The source burns, the combat power of the copied body skyrockets, and then it frantically attacks the dodgers. The rules are broken and the world is overturned. The broken regular silk thread swept across the first strange land, smashing the territory everywhere. Soon, a copy of Yi Tian's body was injured too seriously, and was killed by the dodgers. However, this most extraordinary thing was also not lightly injured, and a little crack appeared in the black stone, which affected the power of the strange figure. One more copy body, another newly condensed clone body participated in the battle. In this way, Yi Tian sacrificed a copy of the body, making the strength of the Daoqi become weaker and weaker, and the injury became more and more serious. After sacrificing 6 replica bodies, this supreme wonder was finally shattered, and the strange figure completely disappeared. Wow! Yi Tian grabbed and held a bead at the core of the stone. This bead is the ultimate Taoist item, and its interior contains the unimaginable 6th sequence of the Taoist rule. This 6th sequence to Tao rule item is still useful to me, and with the remaining purple stones, there should be hope to advance my 6th sequence to Tao rule to the 70% realm. Yi Tian murmured. Next, Yi Tian scraped the resources of the first strange land in a circle. It has hardly been developed, and the resources are incomparably large, and many resources are of some use to him. After a period of time, Yi Tian had almost scraped the resources here, so he chose to leave. After going back, Yi Tian continued to comprehend the 6th sequence to Tao rules, and used resources to improve his cultivation strength. And just like that, another period of time passed. It is worth mentioning that Wu Jiyu was born in the 7th level to the Taoist realm. One came to the Palace of Beauty and the other came from the Holy Land of No Hate. They did not break through with the help of Yi Tian, but only after scraping the resources of Wuji Heavenly Palace. As for the 6th level Tao realm and the 5th level Tao realm, the number of breakthroughs is even greater. The entire Wuji domain is slowly returning to its previous level, and without the pressure of the Wuji temple, the major forces are all prosperous. However, Teizu Palace and other forces were not too happy, and everyone was very nervous. Because as the years go by, the day of catastrophe is getting closer and closer. The last catastrophe was in the ancient times of the Promised Territory. That time, the Promised Territory suffered heavy losses. The only one of the 8th level Tao realm fell, which led to the subsequent occupation of the Promised Territory by the Promised Heavenly Palace. At that time, it was not called Wuji Territory, but Xuantian Territory. The Teizu Palace and other forces used the name Xuantian Alliance to commemorate Xuantianyu. However, there is no way for Teizu Palace to change the name of Wujiyu. It is very difficult to restore the name of Xuantianyu to 5.9. At the beginning, the name of Wuji Tiangong was changed to Wuji Domain, and it was also paid a great price to get Shantian UNU Alliance to agree. Changing it back again is more difficult. Representatives of Teizu Palace and other forces in Wuji Tiangong gathered together. Yi Tian also got involved. Only because this time is to determine the number of places to participate in the catastrophe. At this time, many 7th level to Tao realm were very worried. After all, they did not want to go. Although Yi Tian is the most powerful, the leader of this meeting is still Palace Master Teizu. Palace Master Teizu said, "Everyone, the Shantian Yuanyuan Alliance has contacted us and asked us to give a list. In short, the Shantian Yuanyuan Alliance's request is that we must mobilize at least 37 level Tao realm. 200,000 it is the minimum requirement to be at or above the 3rd level of the Tao realm." Chapter 2835 Tianzun who wants to escape, seal with only one hand. 37th level to Tao realm, this number is definitely not too much compared to other innate original realms, but it is a lot for Wuji realm. Wuji Tiangong needs to send 15 7th level practitioners to Tao realm. Palace Master Teizu looked at Lu Ti Tianzun and ordered. Lu Ti Tianzun did not dare to refuse, this was also the original agreement. Moreover, Teizu Palace has been staring at Wuji Temple, and now it is impossible to escape. And once the list is reported, if they dare to escape privately, the innate Yuanyuan Alliance will not let them go. Yes, Lu Ti Tianzun replied. Immediately, 15 names of the 7th level Tao realm were spoken. "I count 1, Yi Tian said. Palace Master Teizu also said, "I am also counted as a place." After that, other forces also sent 1 or 2 7th level Tao realm, and finally made up 30 places. After the quota was confirmed, Palace Master Teizu sent it to the Shantian Yuanyuan Alliance on the spot. "Everyone, the quota has been uploaded. If anyone dares to escape the Wuji domain at this time, you should know what will happen." Palace Master Teizu reminded. All no, 29 inches. Numerous 7th-level Dao realm hurriedly said. After the meeting, a group of 7th-level Dao realm left. Yi Tian, I estimate that there will still be a small number of 7th-level Dao realm who will escape. I hope you can stop them in time. Palace Master Tezu said. No problem, I will stare at the Wuji temple, and the other forces will be stared at by you, Palace Master Tezu. Yi Tian said. Palace Master Tezu nodded. Although other forces are unlikely to escape, some of the 7th-level Dao realm are very dissatisfied with their selection and may flee. Although fleeing will be punished and wanted by the Shantian Yuanyuan alliance, it is not that there is no place to go. Some very remote areas are hidden in them, and the Shantian Yuanyuan alliance will not necessarily spend a lot of money to search. Promise Temple. Lu Ti Tianzun waited for the 7th-level Dao realm to come back, and everyone was in a bad mood. Lu Ti Tianzun, are we really going? A 7th-level Daoist asked. If you go, you won't necessarily die. If you get a lot of credit, you might have the hope of breaking through to the 8th-level Supreme Dao realm. Said Tianzun Lu Ti. At this time, another 7th-level Heavenly Venerate said. Lu Ti Heavenly Venerate, you don't need to go, you let us go, you are naturally not afraid. 1. Purple-winged Heavenly Venerate, do you mean you don't want to go? Tianzun Lu Ti said coldly. His strength is stronger than Z-Wing Tianzun, and he is not afraid of Z-Wing Tianzun resisting him. Z-Wing Tianzun didn't speak, just waved his hand and left. After a while, the purple-winged Heavenly Venerate united with the other two 7th-level Supreme Taoist Heavenly Venerate, Golden Chan Heavenly Venerate and Jia Snake Heavenly Venerate, and they were ready to escape from the Promise Realm. The residents of the purple-winged Heavenly Venerate. The three 7th-level Heavenly Venerates have already packed up their things. Everyone, the three of us are not dragged down by the family and have been selected again. If we don't leave, we will almost certainly die, said Z-Wing Tianzun. We do have to leave, but where are we going? Jia Shi Tianzun asked. Zi Tianzun took out a map. We can't go to the innate Yuanyuan under the innate Yuanyuan alliance, but here is a fragment of the Shantian Yuanyuan, which used to be a Shantian Yuanyuan but was later smashed. The energy in this area is very poor, there is nothing good, and there is a 9th-level Dao realm sitting in town, and the Dao Void Demon rarely invades here. We escape here, hide, and we can avoid catastrophe with high probability. If it is impossible to avoid catastrophe, you can also escape from this area into the black abyss of the virtual realm. Being alive is more important than anything else. In case we break through to the 8th-level Dao realm in one day, and come back at that time, the innate Yuanyuan alliance will also accept us. Okay, let's go here. Jin Chan Tianzun and Jia Snake Tianzun nodded. I think a 7th-level Taoist in the Winter Night Fortress can pay some price and let them help us teleport away. It's not too late, we have to go. Lu Ti Tianzun will definitely not let us go, he is now retreating and practicing, now is a good time to leave. Purple-winged Heavenly Venerate rode. Afterwards, the three Heavenly Venerates restrained their breath and left from the Wuji Heavenly Palace. It is impossible to leave through the portal channel of Shantian Yuanyuan, which has been blocked by Tezu Palace, so they headed to a weak point in the infinite space at the fastest speed. With their strength, they can successfully leave the promised domain by breaking the nodes in the weak space. Soon, they came to a weak point in space. Just when they were about to break through and leave, a figure appeared in front of them. Where are the three Heavenly Venerates going? The person who spoke was Yi Tian. Yi Tian, purple-winged Heavenly Venerate, and their faces changed dramatically. Yi Tian, we just came out for a stroll. Zi Tianzun trembled. Hee, you guys are leaving, do you think I don't know? Yi Tian also hated nonsense. With a wave of his hand, the 6-sequence rule of the Supreme Tao was turned into a seal, and the three Heavenly Venerates were directly sealed, and they even had the slightest resistance. Then, he stepped through the void step by step and rushed to the Wuji temple. Boom! Yi Tian's breath was shaken, and he directly shook out a celestial being, and 6 tiring celestial beings naturally came out. Lu Ti Tianzun, these 3 Tianzins of your Wuji Tiangong are going to leave the Wuji realm and were caught by me. Before the disaster comes, I will not lift the seal. These 3 Tianzins should be placed in your Wuji Tiangong. 1. After speaking, Yi Tian directly threw the sealed 3 Heavenly Venerates over. Quote! 563. Lu Ti Tianzun did not dare to disobey Yi Tian's order. Yi Tian's current cultivation base has reached the middle stage of the 5th order Dao realm, and he has also comprehended the 6th order Dao rules. How terrifying his strength is, far beyond his imagination, how can he dare to oppose it? After Yi Tian left, Lu Tianzun looked at Zi Tianzun, a little annoyed. These three guys wanted to escape without making a sound. The three of them left, and the other heavenly venerates would definitely be forcibly added to the list by Tezu Palace, and maybe he would have to be forcibly pulled in to make up a spot. Therefore, he was very annoyed by the behavior of the purple-winged heavenly venerate. However, he was quickly attracted by the seal. The sixth sequence rule of the Tao on this seal is much stronger than the sixth sequence rule of the Tao of Lord Wuji Heavenly Emperor. Yi Tian of Tezu Palace, such an evildoer, the Teibai Sword Master is far inferior to his evildoer. Ah, Lu Tianzun said with emotion. However, he was also very resentful towards Yi Tian in his heart. Because Yi Tian has comprehended the sixth sequence of the Taoist rule after robbing the number 1 treasure house resource, maybe the treasure left by the Wuji Heavenly Emperor contains the sixth sequence of the Taoist rule. If he obtains it, he may also be able to comprehend it. The sixth sequence of the rule of the Tao. But when he thinks of Yi Tian's strength and potential, he has no hope of revenge for the rest of his life. Yi Tian, I hope you die in the catastrophe. Lu Tianzun can only curse so secretly. Chapter 2836 Fortress Inspector. After the 500 Zidao era. Purple stones and the 6th order Zidao rule items are exhausted, and the cultivation level is also very slow to improve. 1. Yi Tian muttered. However, he still managed to raise the 6th sequence to Tao rule to 70%, which is quite good. Now that the day of catastrophe is not too far away, according to his estimation, during this period of time, he has decided to upgrade his cultivation to the late stage of the 5th level to the Taoist realm, and don't even think about raising it to the peak of the 5th level to the Taoist realm. Unless he enters other battlefields and kills a large number of Supreme Tao Void Demons. But the catastrophe is getting closer and closer, and the major battlefields are in a very calm state, and they do not want to expand the battle situation. Therefore, if he wants to go to other battlefields at this time, people will definitely not be willing. Tezu Palace. Yi Tian and Tezu Palace Master chatted face-to-face to discuss the disaster. Yi Tian, the Shantian Yuanyuan Alliance has issued an order to go to the Winter Night Fortress after 10,000 Zidao era, to prevent the Zidao Void Demon from invading in advance. Tezu Palace Master said. Yi Tian asked curiously, Palace Master Tezu, why did the catastrophe happen, and why did the Void Demon of the Supreme Tao invade at all costs? Because there are people who want to break through. Tezu Palace Master said helplessly. If you want to break through to the 9th level, you need to understand the rules of the 5th sequence, but you need to understand the rules of the 5th sequence. The Tao rules are too difficult, and devouring the origin of the innate primordial domain can not only transform their bloodlines, but also may realize the 5th sequence of the Supreme Tao rules. Therefore, the Supreme Tao Void Demon has to invade the innate primal territory at all costs. Then why don't you go all out to invade now? Yi Tian was surprised. The Master of Tezu Palace said, because in the period of catastrophe, the origin of the innate origin is completely silent, unable to resist the illusory demon, and it is easier to swallow it. It is precisely because of this that the illusory demon will not give up this great opportunity. The period of catastrophe it is 10,000 Tao era time. After this time, the catastrophe will pass, and the Tao Void Demon will not be able to continue to attack A. I see. Yi Tian understood. That is to say, once the catastrophe is defeated, the many innate realms will be destroyed by the Supreme Tao Void Demon. While chatting with Palace Master Tezu, Yi Tian also knew that in the last catastrophe, the innate Yuanyuan Alliance lost more than 80 innate Yuanyuan, and there were many who fell to the 8th level Taoist realm, not to mention the 7th level Taoist realm. The number is innumerable. It is precisely because of this that those 7th level Tao realm in the Promise Domain are so panicked. Our Promise Domain used to belong to Loha Fortress, but now it's divided into Winter Night Fortress. On the day of catastrophe, will the Supreme Tao Void Demon directly invade our Promise Domain? Yi Tian asked. Palace Master Tezu smiled slightly, and immediately transformed into an image of the Winter Night Fortress. In the image, the Winter Night Fortress formed beams of light across the void, wrapping the innate domains one by one. Each fortress has a great formation of Shantian Yuanyuan. The entire formation protects each and every Shantian Yuanyuan. If the fortress is not broken, the Shantian Yuanyuan will not be broken. Before, the Loha Fortress was broken, which only represented the protection of the Loha Fortress. More than a dozen Shantian Yuanyuan of the Loha Fortress have lost their shelter. But now, more than a dozen Shantian Yuanyuan under the Loha Fortress are once again sheltered by the Winter Night Fortress, and naturally they will be fine. Winter Night Fortress has sheltered more than 70 Shantian Yuan, and its strength is much stronger than the original Loha Fortress. Loha Fortress is just a small fortress, and the Shantian Yuan alliance does not pay much attention to it. Not much, so not much impact. With such an explanation from Palace Master Tezu, Yi Tian completely understood. At this moment, he finally understood the importance of the fortress. Any fortress is the sanctuary of the innate Yuan. Once the sanctuary is broken, it means that the defense will be lost, and the illusory demon will be allowed to invade. Certainly, even if there is a shelter, the Supreme Tao Void Demon can invade and enter the innate realm at a certain price, such as those battlefields. It's just that they can't devour the origin of the Shantian Yuan, and they can't completely destroy the Shantian Yuan. Such an invasion can only be regarded as a small trouble. For example, if there is a fortress, the invasion difficulty is 100, if there is no fortress, the invasion difficulty may be 1, and if there is a fortress, the innate fields can be transferred and supported. If there is no fortress, from this innate origin to other innate origins, you can only travel through the virtual realm, and naturally it is easy to be blocked by the illusory demon. Palace Master Tezu, make arrangements, I want to be stationed at the Winter Night Fortress in advance. Yi Tian said, it is good. Palace Master Tezu did not ask why Yi Tian wanted to go, so she naturally arranged it. The reason why Yi Tian wanted to go to the Winter Night Fortress was naturally to increase his strength faster. The Winter Night Fortress can directly contact the Shantian Yuan alliance. He stays in the promised domain, and many good things cannot be touched, such as the purple stone, which he still doesn't know what it is. If you enter the Winter Night Fortress, you may be able to find out what the purple stone is. With enough purple stones, he can improve his 6th sequence to Tao rules, and maybe he can exchange for resources that can quickly improve his cultivation, which is much better than staying in the promised domain. Of course, garrisoning the fortress was definitely dangerous, but he didn't care about that. Not long after, a message from the Palace Master Tezu came, informing him that it had been arranged that he could enter the Winter Night Fortress, but he had to choose a position. The status of Tezu Palace was too low, and Yi Tian could only choose 2 positions. One is the fortress guard and the other is the fortress inspector. The fortress guards are stationed at every node as long as the fortress, and control the great formation of Shantian Yuan to ensure that the formation has been running normally. This position is not dangerous. As long as the fortress Li Wanghao is not broken, they will not fall. Once the fortress falls, they will be the first to die. The fortress inspector is dangerous and needs to patrol the surrounding virtual area. For example, if there is a large-scale invasion of the virtual demon, the inspector is also the first to know, and then report it, so that the fortress has enough time to respond. Yi Tian chose the fortress inspector without hesitation. Although the job of fortress patrolling is dangerous, it also has the opportunity to obtain a lot of military exploits and resources, while the fortress guards have no chance of meritorious service, and are very boring, and there is no way to quickly improve their strength. Therefore, only the fortress inspector is suitable for Yi Tian's tomb. This day, Yi Tian's real body copied the body from the promised domain to the Winter Night Fortress. Although this was not the first time he went to the Winter Night Fortress, he only used this place as a transfer before, and he never even went out of the transfer hall. This time, he really entered the Winter Night Fortress. Chapter 2837 Exchange Purple Ruins Devouring Stone. Winter Night Fortress. Yi Tian came out of the transfer hall and sensed a large number of Tao realm. The lowest cultivation base was the 4th Tao realm, many of them were the 5th Tao realm or even the 6th Tao realm, and there were also some 7th Tao realm. However, he did not sense the 8th layer Supreme Tao realm. The powerhouse of the 8th level Tao realm stayed in his residence, and the formation was shielded, so he couldn't sense it. Afterwards, Yi Tian went to register and became the inspector of the Winter Night Fortress. His position task is very simple, that is, to inspect every once in a while, and he can also inspect frequently, all according to his own resources, but it is impossible not to inspect. The inspector is here to inspect the surrounding area. If there is no inspector to inspect, then establishing this position is meaningless. Soon, Yi Tian officially became an inspector of the Winter Night Fortress. There is no specific distinction between the inspectors, and they are all under the management of the domain master of the Winter Night Fortress. Like Yi Tian, the leader above is the domain master of the Winter Night Fortress, Su Ya, a woman of the 8th level to the Taoist realm, and she is not an ordinary 8th level to the Taoist realm. She is also a real genius. The road to the road, but it used to be able to leapfrog and fight. Therefore, in terms of strength, Su Ya's strength is much stronger than Sword Master Teibai, and she may be able to kill Sword Master Teibai in seconds. If there is no such strong man sitting in the Winter Night Fortress, how can you resist the illusory demon? After arriving at the Winter Night Fortress, Yi Tian knew the strength of the Winter Night Fortress, and the Winter Night Fortress was only one of the fortresses in the entire Shantian Yuan alliance, not a top fortress. How powerful! Come on step by step, Yi Tian secretly said. Afterwards, he received the equipment belonging to the inspector of the Winter Night Fortress, mainly a special treasure of the Supreme Tao, Patrol Mirror. This weapon can be connected to the 9-patterned weapon of the Winter Night Fortress, the Patrol Mirror of all things, which can spy on conditions in very remote areas. One by one patrolmen enter the virtual domain with patrol mirrors, which can expand the detection range of the patrol mirrors of all things by dozens or even hundreds of times. Once a large number of Supreme Tao Void Demons break into this area, they will naturally be discovered. After receiving a patrol mirror and a small amount of resources, Yi Tian set off into the virtual realm. Of course, he also left a replica body to practice in the Winter Night Fortress. Virtual Domain. Yi Tian kept staying away from the Winter Night Fortress, traversing in the silent virtual realm, and the surroundings seemed to be surrounded by endless darkness. If the strength is weak to the Tao realm, in such an atmosphere, it will really be afraid. After all, this area is really dangerous, and from time to time, the Supreme Tao Void Demon sneaks into this area to hunt and kill inspectors. The patrol mirror is not a panacea, and the Supreme Tao Void Demon also has treasures that can temporarily block the peeping of the patrol mirror, so once you encounter such a Supreme Tao Void Demon, you will be very unlucky. Soon, Yi Tian was far away from the Winter Night Fortress. A normal inspector who came to this area would not approach it again, otherwise it would be extremely dangerous. But Yi Tian continued to sneak in, and he soon penetrated into a more distant area. Finally, the patrol mirror sensed some Supreme Tao Void Demons. Destroy these Supreme Tao Void Demons first. Yi Tian shuttled quickly and headed to the place where the Void Demon was. After a while, he descended there. These Supreme Tao Void Demons are actually mining. It should be that they discovered a vein and wanted to mine it. However, these Supreme Tao Void Demons are not powerful, and the one with the highest cultivation base is only the 6th level Supreme Tao Void Demon. These Supreme Tao Void Demons are too weak. Even if they are killed, they will not be able to exchange for any merit. Yi Tian thought to himself. Then, he plans to hide his strength to fight against this group of Supreme Tao Void Demons, so as to attract more and more powerful Supreme Tao Void Demons, and then kill them all. Boom! Yi Tian appeared, and only revealed the 7th sequence Supreme Tao rule, and fought with this group of Supreme Tao Void Demons. Boom! The fluctuation of the battle was transmitted to a very far area, and this group of illusory demons saw that Yi Tian's strength was not too strong, but they couldn't deal with it, so they fled while fighting and secretly asked for help. One after another, the Supreme Tao Void Demon was killed by Yi Tian, and their bodies were put away by Yi Tian. In the Winter Night Fortress, the corpse of the Tao Void Demon had to be used in exchange for military exploits. After all, there was no battle formation here, so there was no way to obtain military exploits in time, so we could only rely on this earthly method. In a short period of time, Yi Tian killed dozens of Supreme Tao Void Demons. Their cry for help should be coming soon. Yi Tian guessed. Really? Boom! A statue of the 7th level Void Demon descended, and a total of 6 came. These 6 7th layer to Tao Void Demons directly surrounded Yi Tian. The inspector of the Winter Night Fortress, dare to come here. This guy is only the 5th level Tao realm and he has comprehended the 7th order Tao rules. He is definitely a genius of the innate Yuan alliance. If he kills him, he will definitely be able to exchange for a lot of rewards. While speaking, the 6 7th level Phantom Demons took action. There are only 6 7th level to Tao Void Demons, that's fine. As soon as the voice fell, Yi Tian was filled with the 6th sequence of the rules of the Tao. In an instant, heaven and earth were blocked by Yi Tian's 6th sequence to Tao rules. The dense 6th sequence Supreme Tao rules turned into countless threads, strangling the 6th 7th level Supreme Tao Void Demons, and then took their bodies away. Walk! Yi Tian didn't dare to stay here, otherwise, he would not even think about bringing back the spoils of the 8-layered presence. Winter Night Fortress. Yi Tian came back, and then took out the Void Demon that he killed in exchange for military exploits. These corpses of the Supreme Tao Void Demon are also very valuable, and they can be sacrificed to the heaven and earth when they are obtained from the innate primordial domain, enhancing the origin of the innate primordial domain. This is also the reason why you can use the corpse of the Void Demon in exchange for military exploits. Only 60,000 merits were exchanged, Yi Tian said regretfully. However, fortress military exploits are not the same as battlefield exploits. Fortress exploits are the exploits of the entire Shantian Yuanyuan alliance, and rewards can be exchanged at any fortress, while the combat exploits of a certain Shantian Yuanyuan battlefield can only be exchanged for materials at that combat exploit. Therefore, the fortress military exploits are truly precious. 60,000 military exploits may not seem like much, but after many years of fighting in the Dao realm, there is no way to obtain so many military exploits. Winter Night Fortress, Battle Merit Exchange Office. Yi Tian transformed into a purple stone and asked, "Can I exchange my military exploits for this?" 1. Is this the Purple Ruins Devouring Stone? Do you really want to exchange this for battle merits? The 7th level Supreme Dao Realm at the Battle Merit Exchange Office reminded, although the Purple Ruins Devouring Stone can help the Supreme Dao Realm understand the 6th sequence Supreme Dao rules, but this thing will erode the source, and only the cultivation base of the 5th layer to the Taoist realm can be swallowed, and if the cultivation base is too low, swallowing will directly kill you. If you swallow too much, even if you are in the 8th level Dao realm, your foundation will be completely destroyed, and there is no hope of continuing to break through. Quote, I know, just exchange this. There is a relative in the Shantian Yuanyuan where I am unable to break through, so I will exchange it for him to try. Yi Tian said nonsense. The person in charge of the 7th level Taoist realm didn't care whether what Yi Tian said was true or not, and continued, okay, the Purple Ruin Swallowing Stone is different in size and quality, and the value is also different. Ordinary quality Purple Ruin swallow 1,000 pieces of stone. Exchange for high quality Purple Ruin stone. Yi Tian said. Chapter 2838 to Dao Void Demon Tribe. 10,000 battle merits, a high-quality Purple Ruin Swallowing Stone. The 7th level of the Battle Merit Exchange Office is to the Taoist realm. It is good. Yi Tian nodded and agreed to exchange. There are only 6 high-quality Purple Ruins Devouring Stones. There are not many, but this is a good start. Soon, 6 high-quality Purple Ruins Devouring Stones were exchanged. Hey, these 6 Purple Ruins Devouring Stones are better than the high-quality Purple Ruins Devouring Stones I obtained before, but they are smaller. Yi Tian murmured. Subsequently, he went back to refining the Purple Ruins Devouring Stone, and comprehended the 6th order rules of the Dao. And his other cloned body continued to patrol the area around the Winter Night Fortress, looking for the trail of the Void Demon. In the years that followed, Yi Tian continued to search for the illusory demons of the Dao, beheading them one by one. Each time the harvest was different. Many times he could only kill a few illusory demons of the Dao, but over time, he would gain naturally. There will be more battle exploits. Such a harvest is not much different from finding the Purple Ruins Devouring Stone treasures and collecting the Purple Ruins Devouring Stones. Before you know it, hundreds of years of Zidao era have passed. At this time, Yi Tian had already exchanged a lot of Purple Ruins Devouring Stones, and it was too late to refine them. And his frequent exchange behavior naturally attracted the attention of the top of the Winter Night Fortress. However, the top management of Winter Night Fortress didn't care about this matter. Even if Yi Tian really destroyed his future and comprehended the 6th sequence Supreme Dao rules, it was Yi Tian's business and had nothing to do with them. What they cared about was Yi Tian's combat power, and could play a good role in the next catastrophe, so they paid attention to Yi Tian. The 6th sequence Zidao rule has been raised to the 80% realm. Yi Tian was excited, originally thought that it would take an extremely long time to improve the 6th sequence to Dao rules to 80%, but now by exchanging the Purple Ruins Devouring Stones, the 6th sequence to Dao rules have improved rapidly. According to this trend, before the catastrophe comes, there is no problem in raising the 6th sequence to Dao rule to 10%. This day, Yi Tian took the patrol mirror to look for the Supreme Dao Void Demon, found several Supreme Dao Void Demons, and then directly shot and killed them. Just as he was about to leave, the surrounding void suddenly changed. Not good. He knew that he was being targeted by an extremely powerful Supreme Dao Void Demon. Boom. A woman with a very graceful figure came to the Dao Void Demon, but that face was too incompatible with Yi Tian's aesthetics. Through the exploration of duplicating talent, he recognized the identity of the Supreme Dao Void Demon. The eightfold Supreme Dao Void Demon, Shui Yao. This person is one of the top 10 existences among the 8th level Dao Void Demons of the Heavenly Blood lineage, and has an extremely famous reputation. The Winter Night Fortress also has records about her. Not only did Shui Yao's cultivation level reach the 8th level Supreme Tao Void Demon, but she also comprehended the 6th sequence Supreme Tao rules to more than 90%, and her bloodline reached the heaven level, second only to the strongest level bloodline. What this means, Yi Tian is very clear, that is, her combat power of the same rank is second only to the strong who go to the strongest to the Tao bloodline, and can fight against the weaker 9th to the Tao realm. An ant, it's you who are hunting our tribe of blood, die. As soon as the words fell, Yi Tian's copy body was directly annihilated. Shui Yao Supreme Tao Illusory Demon is really terrifying. It seems that I hunted too many Supreme Tao Illusory Demons to attract the attention of this Shui Yao Supreme Tao Illusory Demon, or I killed her descendants. Yi Tian guessed. But no matter what the possibility is, this way of hunting has to change. There has to be a different way. Yi Tian is going to copy the body of a 5th level illusory demon, and then sneak into the area of the illusory demon, secretly looking for opportunities to kill more illusory demons, and then bring back the corpse of the illusory demon, which can still be exchanged for a lot of exploits. However, the combat power of the void demon's copying body is not strong, and relying on the 6th order void demon's rules, it is at most comparable to the combat power of the 7th level void demon, and far less powerful than the real body copying body. But right now, he can only rely on this method. He doesn't want to continue to attract Shui Yao's attention, otherwise she will keep staring at him, and he will die once he goes out. Certainly, if Shui Yao really wanted to investigate, he wouldn't be able to hide his copying body of the void demon. However, the virtual realm is too large, and even the entire infinite realm is inconspicuous in the virtual realm. Even if the virtual realm is so huge, even the 9 level to the Taoist virtual demon cannot detect too far away with the help of the 9 pattern to the Tao weapon. Therefore, as long as he stays away from the area where Shui Yao is located, there is no big problem. Katakana middle dot for flowers. Let's make up a patrol mirror first. Yi Tian went to make up for it, and it was done soon. Afterwards, he left the Winter Night Fortress, and in a place not too far away, he gathered a 5th level illusory demon and let the 5th level illusory demon leave quickly. In the virtual realm, Yi Tian's Supreme Tao Void Demon cloned body constantly, and was already extremely far away from the Winter Night Fortress, and it was also far away from the area where Shui Yao was located. I don't know how long it took to travel, and finally came to an area of the Void Demon. This area is divided into countless pieces, each piece is equivalent to a small space, and the whole area looks like an incomparably huge invisible fortress. Yi Tian has read the information of the Supreme Tao Void Demon and knows that this is a tribe of the Supreme Tao Void Demon, and each tribe is composed of countless small fortresses, which are divided into many spatial areas. Like the heavenly blood lineage, there are hundreds of thousands of tribes, and it is conceivable how many tribes there are, but the heavenly blood tribe is only a tribe that is more powerful than the Void Demon, and the tribes that are more powerful than the heavenly blood tribe are all there are more than 10. Soon, Yi Tian is the Phantom Demon, and he didn't stop it. The identity here, as long as he settled in, is the head phantom of the tribe, but he falls under the management of the master. After coming here, Yi Tian saw the strongest man in this tribe, Chihei, the Chihei of the 7th realm to Dao Shu. Yi Tian probed a bit and found that there are 6 and 7 level Supreme Tao Void Demons in total, and their strength is not strong. Moreover, these 6 7th level Phantom Demons are very weak. Can kill, Yi Tian secretly said. If you slaughter this group of void demons, you can exchange for a lot of military exploits, but it is not easy to escape. The battle must be resolved quickly, and a certain clone body should be used as cannon fodder, sacrificing oneself to escape for other clone bodies. This day, Yi Tian has condensed 6 duplicate bodies, all of which are the most illusory demons. He does not dare to condense the real body to duplicate the body here. After the 6 duplicate bodies were condensed, he directly attacked and killed the 6 7th level phantom demons of this tribe. Chapter 2839 The 6th sequence of the 100% realm to the Tao rule. Boom! The battle broke out. Yi Tian's attack made these 7th level Supreme Tao illusory demons bewildered, and a mere 5th layer Supreme Tao illusory demon actually comprehended the 6th order Tao rule. What a joke! None of them, the 7th level Supreme Tao Void Demons, have comprehended the 6th sequence Supreme Tao rules, and even the 7th sequence Supreme Tao rules have only comprehended a little. The battle ended quickly. It didn't take long for these 7th layer to Tao Void Demons to be killed by Yi Tian. Immediately afterwards, Yi Tian slaughtered all the illusory demons of this tribe. Tens of thousands of void demons fell on Yi Tian's hands like this, and then Yi Tian left with these tens of thousands of void demon corpses that did not participate in the battle, while the other copies only left one, all others are annihilated. Escape. Yi Tian left quickly. Every Supreme Tao. 563, illusory demon has a backer behind him. If he slaughtered a tribe, even if the Supreme Tao illusory demon used his identity, he would definitely be investigated and hunted down. Sure enough, it didn't take long for Yi Tian's copying body to be intercepted by a very terrifying 7th-level illusory demon. And he committed suicide directly, leaving the 7th-level illusory demon speechless. However, Yi Tian's other void demon cloned body had escaped far, far away, and no matter how the other party used the secret technique to investigate, he couldn't find it. Afterwards, he shuttled towards the Winter Night Fortress, and at a suitable position, he merged with his own clone body, handed over the corpse of the Tao Void Demon to the clone body, and brought it back to the Winter Night Fortress. In this wave, Yi Tian directly earned 200,000 military exploits. Moreover, he also swept away a tribe's resources and made too much money. In the following years, Yi Tian used this method to hunt down the Void Demon. Moreover, each time he used the Void Demon to duplicate his body, so the Void Demon didn't react for a while. But over time, it will definitely be exposed. But when it came time, he didn't care anymore. Time flies, and in the blink of an eye, thousands of years have passed. During this period of time, Yi Tian didn't go to hunt the Void Demon, he gathered enough high-quality purple ruins devouring stones, and there was no need to earn military exploits. One of his cloned bodies occasionally patrols, and the other cloned body has been in retreat and practiced to understand the 6th sequence of the rules of the Tao. Now, his 6th sequence the Tao rule is about to be upgraded to a 10% realm. 97, 98, 9 out of 9, 10% complete. The 6th sequence to Tao rules are 100% perfect, and only the most powerful and enchanting group can reach this realm. Yi Tian secretly said. And his cultivation base has recently been upgraded to the late stage of the 5th stage to the Tao realm. In terms of strength, he is much stronger than when he just came to the Winter Night Fortress, and his current strength can already be compared to the top 8-level Tao realm. Of course, compared with those demon-like 8th level to Tao realm, he is far worse. I have no hope for understanding the 5th order rules of the Tao. I don't know where there are items of the 5th order rules. The Winter Night Fortress doesn't even have one who has understood the 5th order rules. I have never seen it before. At present, it is more reliable to raise the cultivation base to the 5th level to the peak of the Tao realm. Yi Tian thought to himself. Heavenly Blood Profound Marrow. This thing didn't get it. Yi Tian looked at the Heavenly Blood Profound Marrow that had just been sold out, and said regretfully. Heavenly Blood Profound Essence is a resource revealed from the top of the Congenital Planes Alliance. It can greatly improve the cultivation of the 7th level to the Taoist realm. It has the effect of improving the cultivation level for the 8th level to the Taoist realm, and its value is also very high. 50,000 battle merits and a drop of Celestial Blood Profound Marrow. The Celestial Blood Profound Marrow is far from the true essence of Celestial Blood can compare. Yi Tian wanted to quickly improve his cultivation, so he wanted to exchange the Heavenly Blood Profound Essence, but after so many years, he had successfully exchanged it once, and every time after that, it was a step late. He knew very well that it was easier for the high-level executives of the Winter Night Fortress to exchange for the Heavenly Blood Profound Essence, and after these high-level exchanges were completed, it would be the next turn. At that time, it would depend on luck. How much luck can be exchanged for a drop? The position of the inspector is still too low. It is one of the lowest positions in the Winter Night Fortress. You have to become the top level of the Winter Night Fortress before you can really exchange the Heavenly Blood Profound Essence every time. Yi Tian did some research, and he felt that the commander of the Winter Night Fortress was the easiest position to obtain, regardless of background. Moreover, the position of the commander is second only to the Domain Master, and he also has a lot of power to lead a team to fight. Like Tezu Palace, he was not qualified to get the commander position for him before, but he can use his current strength to get a commander position for himself. First of all, he has obtained a lot of military exploits in the position of inspector, which is a kind of qualification in itself, and the next step is to use his strength to apply for the position of commander. So, he applied to become a commander like a domain master. Yi Tian wants to apply to become a commander. Su Ya received this notice. She knew that Yi Tian, the inspector, didn't come to the Winter Night Fortress for a long time, but the speed of obtaining military exploits was too fast. According to her understanding, Yi Tian was the ultimate Taoist who walked the path of the strongest and the most powerful, and his talent was very enchanting. But in fact, in the innate original domain alliance, the supreme Tao realm, which is the path of the strongest and the most powerful, has not received much attention from the innate original domain alliance. The reason for this is because the most powerful beings of the innate original domain alliance are not taking the path of being the strongest. With limited resources, it takes less resources to cultivate the ordinary Tao realm, and the supreme Tao realm who walks the path of the strongest and the highest Tao is inherently enchanting. If you take the ordinary path, you may go further. Therefore, the Shantian Yuanyuan alliance has always not advocated the cultivation of the path of being the strongest and the most powerful, and this type of genius will not be given any preferential treatment, and everything has to rely on their own efforts. However, in terms of obtaining resources, this type of genius does have an advantage. Often, they can easily elevate their cultivation to the peak of the 6th order Tao realm by themselves, and can easily understand the 7th order Tao rules. However, from the 6th level to the 7th level to the Tao level 5.9, it has always been a bottleneck, and the 7th level to the 8th level is even more of a bottleneck. Shantianyuan. In the alliance, the great evildoers will always stay at the 6th level to the top level of the Tao, and the 1st level will eventually lose the mind of progress, refining the purple ruins and swallowing the stone to the 7th level to the Tao, and will stay at this level forever. Skin. However, only by relying on one's own efforts to become the 7th level Taoist realm can one truly gain the attention of the old fellows of the innate original domain alliance. Let him challenge the 3 commanders. If all the challenges are successful, you will get a commander quota. Suya gave the order. Not only Yi Tian, if other supreme Tao realm wants to become a commander, it is also the process. She did not give Yi Tian any preferential treatment. Chapter 2840 Domain Master Suya and #039, S Invitation. Winter Night Fortress, the residence of the commander Mingtu. He received a challenge from Yi Tian. If he were to challenge him at random, he would naturally not be able to manage money, but this was a challenge certified by the Winter Night Fortress and he had to accept it. Of course, he can also choose to admit defeat. Given his status, wouldn't it be too embarrassing for him if he conceded defeat and spread it out? As a 7th level to Tao realm powerhouse, he directly agreed. Fighting is not allowed inside the East China Sea Fortress, so Yi Tian and Mingtu came to the outside of the East China Sea Fortress, but in the inner area, there is no danger. 5 level to Tao realm. Mingtu sensed Yi Tian's cultivation and was stunned. He thought that the challenger was a 7th level Taoist realm, but it turned out to be a 5th level Taoist realm. Unless it is a strong person who takes the path of the strongest. Meditation thought. So, he restrained the thought of contempt. If he really was such a monstrous genius, he would really pay attention. Although he has comprehended the 7th sequence to Tao rules to 10%, his foundation is not strong. At this moment, many supreme Tao realms are paying attention to this battle, and even Suya has a trace of will to observe this battle. Go ahead. 1. Mingtu said. I saw Yi Tian waved his hand, and instantly suppressed Mingtu in 29 minutes. Click. Mingtu's bones were shattered, making it difficult to move. The 6th sequence to the Tao rule. He was dumbfounded. Yi Tian is so evil, how can he fight? Admit defeat. Mingtu shouted. Immediately, Yi Tian challenged the other 2 commanders, and both won easily. In this way, Yi Tian became a commander of Winter Night Fortress, and his status was higher than other commanders, just because his strength far surpassed other commanders. However, he has no status, and the commander is currently his highest position. This day, Suya summoned Yi Tian. Yi Tian soon came to Suya's residence. I've seen Lord Su Yu. Yi Tian said respectfully. Suya glanced at Yi Tian, her eyes suddenly appeared endless rays of light, and there was even the 6th sequence of the rules of the Tao. This is a 6th sequence supernatural power, not a combat type, but an auxiliary type of crying supernatural power. Just now, she was spying on Yi Tian's origin. Although Yi Tian sensed it, he couldn't stop it. After all, Suya's cultivation was much higher than his. Your origin is actually intact. Suya was surprised. I see that your 6th sequence to Tao rules are very high, and you have exchanged a lot of purple ruin swallowing stones, thinking you were relying on refining the purple ruin swallowing stones. Only then did I comprehend the rules of the 6th sequence to the Tao. Some geniuses who are in the 6th realm of the ultimate Tao that cannot be broken through in the endless era of the Tao, and who have taken the path of the strongest and the most powerful, chose to refine purple because they could not comprehend the rules of the 6th sequence. The ruins devoured the stone, and ended up staying in the 7th order Dao realm for a lifetime, even in the earlier middle stage of the 7th layer Dao realm. I thought the same was true for you, but I didn't expect you to rely on your own understanding of the 6th sequence to Dao rules. Master Su Yu, is this why you were looking for me? Yi Tian asked. He didn't show dissatisfaction either. When his strength was lower than others, he had to keep a low profile. Naturally not. Suya smiled and said, I saw your strength, and the faction I belong to discovered a strange place, which contains the 5th order supreme Dao rule, and its strength is comparable to weaker ones. The 9th level to the Dao realm, but only the 6th level to the Dao realm is allowed to enter. It is impossible for the 6th level Supreme Taoist to beat the 9th level Supreme Taoist Wonder, even if it is the 6th level Supreme Taoist who is on the road to the strongest and Supreme Taoism. However, we can suppress the strength of the Supreme Tao to the 8th level to the Taoist level, and then send a group of 6th level peak to the Taoist who are on the road to the strongest and the most powerful other side. But at present, there is still a lack of a 6th level Supreme Taoist who comprehends the rules of the 6th sequence. After all, once you comprehend the 6th sequence to Dao rules, you will definitely break through to the 7th level Supreme Dao realm immediately, and will no longer stay in the 6th layer Supreme Dao realm. And if you meet the standard, you are now at the late stage of the 5th order Dao realm. If you are given enough resources, it will be enough for you to quickly break through to the peak of the 5th layer to the Dao realm. With your 6th sequence to the Dao rule realm, you can break through to the 6th layer. It is not difficult to get to the realm of the Dao. 1. What about the benefits? Yi Tian asked. 1,000 drops of heavenly blood profound essence will be given to you directly, without you needing to exchange it. In addition, I can recommend you to become a full member of the innate Yuan Alliance, Suya said. What is the official membership of the Shantian Yuan Alliance? Yi Tian asked in doubt. Suya introduced. There are too many innate primordial territories under the innate primordial territory alliance. Even one innate primordial territory is nothing in the eyes of the innate primordial territory alliance. Your Wuji territory has only one official member, and that is Teibai Sword, host. Ordinary innate primordial domain forces cannot contact the real innate primordial domain alliance high level at all, and can only contact official members. And a lot of information and intelligence, Shantian UNU can only be obtained from the hands of some official members. Even if you are trapped by the official members, there is nothing you can do. A full member can get in touch with the senior management of the innate Yuan Alliance, can access a lot of information and resources, and can go to other fortresses and Shantian Yuan at will without restrictions. Quote. Going to other fortresses or the innate realm is not restricted. Yi Tian was very interested in this. Before he went to Tianlongyu, he needed Teizu Palace to apply, and he could not go there without permission. If he could casually go to other innate domains and fortresses, he would have been wandering around looking for opportunities. Unfortunately, he does not have this qualification. But once he becomes an official member of the innate Yuan Alliance, he has this qualification. But it can also be seen that except for the official members of 563 Shantianyuan, the others are all heavy. Okay, I promise, Yi Tian said. Sign the agreement on the rules of the Dao. Suya wrote. Immediately, they signed an agreement. Soon after, Suya gave Yi Tian 1,000 drops of heavenly blood profound essence. Even if she became a commander, it would be impossible to easily exchange so many heavenly blood profound essence. But now that Suya gave it to him directly, it can be seen how huge Suya and the forces behind it are. This is still the price paid for recruiting him alone, and the forces behind Suya have recruited a lot of the 6th level Supreme Taoist realm, and the price paid can be imagined. But everything is worth it. Once you kill that strange thing, you can get an item that contains the 5th sequence of the rules of the Dao, which is enough for Suya to break through the 8th level Taoist realm and become the 9th level Taoist realm. Suya is not an ordinary 8th level Dao realm. Once she breaks through, how terrifying her strength will be. Therefore, Suya and the forces behind it have made a lot of money. But the strange land was found by the forces behind Suya, and other forces also participated. With this 1,000 drops of heavenly blood profound essence, my cultivation base should be able to quickly break through to the 5th level to the peak of the Dao realm. Yi Tian thought to himself. After he returned, he used the 1,000 drops of heavenly blood profound essence to improve his cultivation.